Okay, I hope we're here. I hope we're here. I pushed go live and it's just spinning and spinning and spinning. I think we're here. I think it's live. Just give me a I don't know, a hey hi, a hello, something. If you're here, if you can hear me, if we're live. Doesn't usually do that. So I'm wondering. Hello. Hello, KDR. Okay, so you can hear me. Yay. All right. Amber can see me. Awesome. Okay, so hello everybody. It's been a week. Yeah, last week I said I may or may not go live Friday, which I did not because I had oral surgery on Thursday, and the surgery itself went well, and the healing process has gone really well. I just had a really hard time, kind of, I guess, detoxing off of the anesthesia they put you on, and then the antibiotics have been just, oh man, I'm so dizzy, just want to vomit. And so don't tell anyone, but I just quit taking them. Like my mouth, like the next day after the surgery, it looked completely healed. I was just like, oh, wow. The only issue I was having was the major massive migraines that were a side effect, and the nausea that was a side effect of the anesthesia I was on. It wasn't like a full knock you out kind of thing, but I was kind of in and out. I don't remember most of the procedure, mostly just waking up kind of toward the end as they were wrapping up, and I didn't feel anything, so that's the good news. But yeah, I just was really, I've been super dizzy, um and really nauseous, and we're talking like everything goes black and like white spot type of dizzy. Like it's not a good day. For over almost, let's see, today's Wednesday, so that would have been since Friday. um so yesterday I just quit taking my antibiotics. I'm like, I don't know, there's just no way I have any kind of infection. It was more of a preemptive, let's, kick any infection that might take root in the bud. And I took it really religiously the 3 times a day I was supposed to, the first 4 days, 5 days. And then accidentally I was out doing something and missed a dose and picked back up. And of course, the nausea just was clear and dizziness clear through the whole thing. So yesterday I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm just going to stop. Yes, tomorrow is my birthday. I turn 40 tomorrow. No more 30s. Today is my big last hurrah to my 30s, which is cool by me. Like, numbers really don't mean much to me. I mean, I love numbers. Numbers, I'm a numbers person, but as far as like age, I still literally feel and act maybe and think I look like I'm 25. So like, I don't know. Numbers just don't really, like, ages, I guess. I like numbers. Ages don't phase me at all. Like, I'm good. um but yeah, Nikki's birthday is tomorrow as well. So birthday twins. Today is actually my Venus return, which that means that the Venus is transiting exactly where my natal Venus is. But it's interesting because certain times during my birthday, Venus sometimes isn't even near my like natal Venus return. So like that's not a normal thing. And then tomorrow, of course, Venus will have slightly transited out of my natal degree. But tomorrow, the Sun, Venus, and Mercury are all in my Sun, Venus, and Mercury natal placements, which I don't think, at least since 2016, when I've been tracking my own astrology chart and everything, I've never seen that happen. So I feel like it's a really beautiful energy for me, with communication, Mercury, communication with siblings, with short distance travel, with like my neighbors, like that kind of third house vibe with Mercury. Also sixth house vibe with, Virgo rules Mercury, sorry, Mercury rules Virgo. Just my daily routines and stuff like this, and Venus, just, my love life, and just beauty, beautifying my surroundings, beautifying my hair. I had kept saying, oh, when Venus goes direct, I'm going to cut my hair. And that was like the end of January. I still haven't. I mean, I've dusted like the end, but I'm like all gung ho on Saturday to give myself a haircut and just like be done with these like straggly ends. I'm just ready to beautify things. And of course, a solar return is always good. You're just starting a whole new solar cycle. So I don't know. I'm in really good, I guess, spirits, feeling really good about starting a whole new solar cycle, starting a whole new like age decade, starting with age 40. It feels good. I think I feel better now than I did as far as like moving forward with numbers than I did at age 30. Cause like back at age 30, I'm like, oh my God, I'm 30 now. That's really old. And like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Like, I'm 9, almost 10 years older at this point, and I'm just like, cool, sounds good. Everybody else my age is doing the same thing, so, like, what does it even matter? But yes, that's not why we're here today. We are here to do a little collective reading, and so far I don't have any donations, so this might be a short and sweet live stream. But I did want to pick up on these collective energies because with all of the stuff I've been going through with this medication and just feeling like almost out of body, just very floaty, I'm gathering, and just from what I've witnessed with friends and other family members, that this is kind of a collective energy of just this need to feel a little more grounded, and maybe wanting to almost run away from the daily life, because it's very heavy, it's very stressful for a lot of people right now, and just knowing what are our priorities. What is it that we should focus most on with our healing, with our day to day lives, with our relationships, with our career, with just all of it. And I think also I'm going to be doing, I am doing a more deep dive, in depth eclipse reading for Patreon. But my patrons already know, and I'm gonna announce it here, I guess. I'm not probably gonna say anything about it on my main channel because, like, I don't really talk about Patreon over there, except just to shout out, hey, I have a Patreon. But what I'm doing, and this was I came to this conclusion very begrudgingly, that I need to take a break with Patreon. Yeah, not that Patreon's bad or anything, it's just I wanna get back into writing. I've been getting back into writing, and I want a little more time to really devote to my writing. So what I'm doing is pressing pause on Patreon. Anyone who does become a patron, they will still have access to everything in that backlog, but they will not anyone who's already a patron will not be charged for May, possibly even July. So, ooh, maybe I'm gonna be checking out a Patreon until after July. I don't know. I don't know. Um, but I spend about 25 hours a week or so on Patreon, and that's beautiful, valuable hours I could spend or devote to writing. And again, it was with the heavy heart that I'm like, oh, I think I need to just pump the brakes on Patreon for just a bit to give myself a little more time in my schedule to do something that I've put on the back burner for 2 years, and just get back to writing my young adult spiritual slash paranormal series that I've been writing, and I'm just really passionate about, and I've been back in that story world, and I'm just really excited about it. So maybe some of you, because I'm bringing this up, are thinking of putting the brakes on something you've been doing to get back to something that you put on the back burner, or maybe even to start something completely new, but you don't have time because you're devoted to X, Y, and Z, and just wanting to put forth that beautiful, lovely creative flow and energy towards something that you're really passionate about. Oh, thank you, Norma Jean from Abilene, for letting me know about my timestamp on my pile 3 on the pick a card that just went live on my other channel. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, total typo. I did not mean to put a 2 instead of a 1 for that timestamp. So thank you so much for alerting me to that. I didn't comment back on your thing yet because I was getting ready for the live stream, but I really do appreciate that, and I will be getting you a comment back. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, you're donating. Okay, Katie, I got your PayPal donation. Thank you so much. If I knew you personally, would cook payesh with flavored rice, milk, sugar, nuts. Ooh, that sounds so good. Like Western people have cake, we have payesh. I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but that sounds delightful. Yum. My mom used to make this kind of like sugary, kind of sweet rice milk kind of thing when I was a kid, but we never had it with nuts. That sounds really good. Let's see. Yes, I'm gonna just go back and say hello to everybody. I see a couple of happy birthdays. Thank you, everyone, so much. We're gonna get into this collective reading. Sorry, I'm rambling, but I figured I'd catch you up on where I've been, what I'm doing, where I'm going. So we've got, let's see, let me start all the way at the beginning. We got Nikki Swain, we've got Monster Hunt, we've got Ellis Kent, Amber 9 in, we've got Michelle De Leon, hello, Katie R, hello, everybody. Let's see, Rishi, we've got Getaleka, we've got, seeing repeats now. Thank you so much, everybody. May you live to be 103. What a cool number. Yes. Have a happy, healthy, prosperous year ahead, and may all your dreams come true. Thank you so much, Getaleka. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, everybody, for the happy birthdays. Good thing it's over with. Oral surgery is so uncomfortable. Happy birthday, Amanda. Yeah, they have to put, if you guys missed last week when I was explaining what exactly I was having done, when I had my wisdom teeth pulled, they pulled a 5th tooth at the very back of my mouth as well, because when I was 16, I had a root canal on that tooth, and the guy, the dentist, he's like, my mom was on Medicaid at the time. So he's like, oh, she's just a Medicaid patient. We'll just reuse these old files. And they actually the dentist, broke a file off in my jaw and just left it. Just, covered the tooth and just left it on. And I had so much pain and trauma in that area of my jaw for years. But age 16, that happened when I was 16. And then probably 4 months later, the whole middle of the tooth just came out and cracked, and I just had problems with it ever since. So they pulled it when I was, I think, 30, 29 or 30. Back in 2012, however old I was. Let's see. I guess I'd have been 30, yeah, because, yeah, I'm born in 82. So, yeah, perfect. But I just had it kind of empty. Since it's the back of my mouth, I didn't really notice, but I figured, you know what? I might as well get a tooth there so I can chew properly. And, I mean, it's not like my chewing was that bad, but yeah, I just figured, well, let's just fix this while we can and just do it. Yeah, surgery is not my favorite, but I figured, let's do it. And I'm pretty happy with so far. But they had to wait like 6 months before they actually put the tooth in. What they did was they put the screw down in and they did some bone grafting, taking the bone that they kind of shaved away from my own jaw and grafted the bone there to make a nice place for that bone to really adhere to the screw they put in my jaw. And then they covered it all up so it just looks like I guess gum line or whatever right there. I know, TMI for those of you who are like, ew, what is this? What live stream am I on right now? But yeah, so right now it just looks like it's just completely covered up. It's all buried under there. You can't see anything but the stitches, but you can barely even tell anything's going on. Like, the stitches have covered it very nicely. It looks almost completely healed already. Like, even the day after, I'm like, wow, that's so healed already. How is that possible? But yeah, and so like 6 months from now ish, I have to go to the dentist to get the actual tooth put on. And I'm pretty sure they somehow get that anchored in. I'm not exactly sure the procedure, but I'm sure it'll be less pain and effort and all that than what I already went through. So I think the worst is over. So yes, let's finish saying hi to everybody, and I'm gonna get into this collective reading. Oh, bang on as always. Thank you so much. And Katie donated. We also have a donation from Amber. Thank you so much. Hello, Norma Jean. Hello, Nellie. Thank you so much again for the birthday wishes, everybody. Jessica Lynn. Dang, that's awful. Yeah, no fun, no fun. But, the worst is behind me. The stars on the back of the deck. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. All right, so let's get into this collective reading. My apologies for those wearing headphones. If the shuffling is a little loud, you might want to adjust your volume. I try to warn people before I just dive in, but you never know. Okay, so what can we expect? We're already kind of picking up these eclipse energies, and like I was going into and probably got off on a side tangent, I'm doing an in-depth collective and also / pick a card reading on these eclipse energies for the next 6 months over on Patreon. I'm going to be streaming that tomorrow. And that'll be available over there for my patrons. And then on Friday during the live stream here on this channel, I'm going to be doing not as in-depth as a collective reading about the eclipse energies, including everyone who will watch that's collective energy as well. So if you're on both Patreon and here, you get a double reading, I guess. All right, we got the 9 of Pentacles. So this is good energy, some hard work coming in or paying off, reaping the reward of our harvest. Ooh, we've also got the Strength card and the Moon. So this is kind of the energy we've been in. We're kind of still going in. We got 8 of Pentacles, really honing our craft, honing our skill, putting in that effort, that dedication, that work. So you guys have been working diligently for something. For some of you, it could be love. We had the Justice kind of on the back of the deck. It was upside down though. So maybe some of you have been feeling like life has been unfair. There might even be people or situations in your life that you're like, that is totally unfair. But for most of you, I'm feeling like this is more just a sense of, I've been a good person. I've been doing all this hard work and putting all this effort in, and I'm just really not getting rewarded or seeing the benefit of the fruits of that labor. Maybe that's how you've been feeling, because again, Justice in reverse, you feel like things are unfair. But this to me feels like you are reaping what you've sown, maybe even past life stuff, but that beautiful good karma, that hard work and effort you put in is not going to go unnoticed or just be for no reason. You're going to be reaping the benefit of that and having a new beginning, an emotionally fulfilling new beginning, possibly new love. This can also point to self-love or a new relationship with a friend, some sort of soulmate connection. Doesn't always have to be romantic, but it can be. Or just a reignition of passion in your current, love situation, whatever that looks like for you. But with the strength card, this is us really embodying that higher self, that more divine feminine energy of that beautiful radiating light that we all have within. And we've got a full moon here on this moon card. So this is us really bringing and allowing our light to shine at full capacity and really trusting our intuition. And we're maybe even seeing through some limiting beliefs with this moon here, because sometimes it can represent illusion or not really knowing what's below the surface. But most of this bird, he's above the surface. He's very fully visible in this beautiful moonlight. So to me, this is really getting almost like an epiphany or an aha moment about something you've put a lot of effort and work into. Like maybe the way you've been doing the thing hasn't been working, but the thing itself is working. You just need a better way to make it work, if that makes sense. And really relying or tuning into your own intuition and your own higher self, asking literally out loud or in your head, hey, higher self, hey, guides, angels, crossover loved ones, God, universe, source, whatever it is you call to or pray to, hey, I just need a little help around here. Please illuminate my next steps. Please help me know what I need to do to make my life more emotionally fulfilling. Because I think for many of you, things are financially okay. They could be better, possibly, but it's more that emotional and spiritual, I guess, rightness that you're wanting. Like you want to feel good emotionally, you want to feel good spiritually. Maybe things have been off where you didn't feel very spiritual, or you just felt like, man, all of the mundane, like human aspects of life had really taken over, and I haven't had much time to meditate or devote to my spiritual practice. Um, I've been kind of feeling that myself. So I'm really seeing my energy coming into this reading as well. Just feeling like you have to kind of just buckle down and take care of those 3D things or those more material world or mundane things. Like, me with the surgery, I'm like, well, I might as well just get this done and not have this hanging over my head the rest of my life, and just, get that tooth replaced and figure it out. And so maybe some of you are just like, buckle down, like, let's just do these hard things or hard tasks on your to do list that have just kind of been weighing you down, or just like, ugh, I got to do this now. Okay, let's just roll up our sleeves and get it done. But you're going to be very pleasantly surprised with the results of what this effort and work you've put into something, because you're going to have a new emotional beginning. This feels more like, wow, believing in yourself, or understanding that you are stronger and more tuned in, even when you don't feel too tuned in. It's like looking back, you're like, wow, even though I didn't feel too tuned in to my higher self, I really did make a great decision there about my life. Or, maybe it didn't look like a great decision, or still doesn't, but I can see the silver lining that, this led me in this direction. And if I hadn't have made that mistake or that bad choice or whatever it was, I wouldn't be right where I am right now. That's what that feels like to me. So let's see. Any other messages coming through for our collective message today? All right. So we have stargazing. So when you gaze at the stars, you give yourself very focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So maybe literally getting out there and gazing at the moon. I know this week it might be difficult to get that gaze in at the moon, because the moon is very close to the sun right now, because on Friday we do have, or sorry, Saturday we have the lunar eclipse. Sorry, no, we have the solar eclipse. Which is a new moon. So the moon and sun are together, so you can't see the moon because the sun just completely blows that light out. So stargazing might be difficult this week, but when you, well, actually it'll be easy. It'll be easier to see the stars because the moon is not out to kind of bring that light, if that makes sense. So the light of the stars is more visible when the moon is hidden. So yeah, I was talking myself into a circle there, but I think you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I guess you can get out right now because the sun and moon are together. So it'll be a very dark night. So you can see those beautiful stars wherever you're at. If you're in a city, just putting the intention that you can see a star or a couple stars, and being able to put your eyesight on some stars will really help you see the bigger picture, or the more expanded part of, ooh, now my right ear's ringing, expanded part of your vision, of your mission on this planet and everything. We also have look in a book. So some of you might be reading or just wanting to get back into reading. Maybe some of you are even writing. Now my right ear is very hot. So that might, there's that old wives' tale that if your ear is hot, someone's talking about you. I feel like it's good words if they are. But look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. And maybe even doing something like this. Let me see. I got a book back here. Let me grab it. It's under my candles. Remove these cards. So let's just do this. Why not, huh? So we have the Notes from the Universe book. I have a pick a card planned using the, I think this is Something of the Universe. I can't remember the exact name of the deck, but they're both by Mike Dooley. But let's just pull ourselves a quick little message from a book, and maybe find any book. It doesn't have to be a spiritual book. Any book on your shelf, or if you're out and about at the bookstore or the library, just pulling a book, just, using that beautiful intuition to pull a book off a shelf and pull, just open to a page. And I really want to read this page. So here we go. Ooh, and it's page 77. Look at that. Master number. So if you knew for certain that very, very soon all your dreams would be coming true, what would you do today to prepare the way? Do it. How might you celebrate? Do this too. Who would you tell? Write them a brief note now. You don't have to mail it yet. What thoughts of gratitude would you have? Express them. And finally, who would you help to achieve as you have achieved? Help them. Wow. So this is literally telling you today, or, for the near future, to act as if your dreams have already come true. Celebrate as if your dreams have already come true. Take action, or, hold your head high the way you would as if your dreams have already come true. That's a beautiful message. And we've also got 1022 on the clock. So, and Amber's been seeing 77 and 99. That's a lot of master numbers up in here right now. But that's beautiful. Beautiful message from Spirit today. Just this collective energy to get us through. So I think many of us do have a dream in our heart, or there's something we want to accomplish or do or create or be. And we may be not there yet, but we're on our way. Oh, and a look on the back of this deck. Celebration. So get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out, dance, and play. An invitation could be on the way. That's beautiful. And I'm trying to think. I think it was the pick a card that went live on my main channel today that does talk about getting an invitation in one of the readings. So, or one of the piles. So maybe there's another message over there for you, or maybe you came here from over there. Who knows? But yeah, this is beautiful energy for this collective. And it's getting hot now that I'm channeling that spirit. It's getting hot in here. So I'm going to take off my sweatshirt. And we've got a nice little list here. We've got Katie R to start us out. So as I clean up, Katie, you can go ahead and just post your question and we'll get right into it. And then we have Amber on deck. I'm going to clear the deck here, the table, and then I'm going to update our list. And I just saw another donation come through. So we will check on that as well. I'm just going to get these all put away. Take a drink of my water. Do all the things. But I hope you're all having a wonderful week so far. Oh, that's you, Lay Bell. Am I saying that right, Lay Bell? I hope I'm saying that right. And then we got Marlene V also donating for a 1 card as well. So let me get a drink of water and I'll update this list right quick. My straw is so close to the edge down here in the bottom that it's making a very hard work of trying to get the water out of this. There we go. I think I need to cut that straw down just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, Marlene V paid for the 1 card. Yeah, yep, you've got a full reading there, Laybell. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to update this list. We got Katie R, so I won't add her because we're going to jump right in right now. Then we have Amber. 9 in. Then we have Lay L. And then Marlene the 1 card pull. And I usually pull more than 1 card, just let's be honest here, but yeah, it's usually a little shorter reading than your average. Okay. So Katie R. Let's see. Would like a twin flame energy update, please, or a higher level soulmate. I'm not sure which one Brian is to me. Okay, so we're tuning into Brian's energy specifically. Okay, perfect. Oh, the higher self pick a card was awesome. Thank you. I chose pile 2 and I'm having water dreams too. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, my mom actually gave me the idea for that reading, Whispers from Your Higher Self. I thought it was such a cool idea because I've done a higher self reading before, but this reading specifically, the one you're referring to, specifically tuned into those whispers, those more subtle messages that our higher self has been giving us that we may or may not have gotten the memo on. Because I know when someone shouts, like if my higher self shouts at me, oh, I get that message. But if it's more a whisper, sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. But I always intuitively know, yeah, I know. I should listen. I should do this. I should do that. But I thought it was a great idea and I can't take credit for it. And I even forgot to mention in the actual reading that my mom was the one with that idea and she messaged me. And then she messaged me right before the live stream and told me this. Let's see. She says, what your spirit guides want you to know in these cards would be another great topic. So she's full of ideas today and before. My mom's always been very creative and full of amazing ideas. All right, so Katie R, Brian's energy, twin flame / high level soulmate, whatever he is to Katie. We're tuning in. We've got 3. Want to come out to play to get us started. So we've got the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Ooh, there's progression here for sure. And Ace, ooh, new beginning in love. Or just this reignition of passion or spark of emotional connection. Oh, Get Deleka made a donation. Awesome. I will put you on the list. Let's just ruminate on these beautiful cards. This is all about communication. Get Deleka Ray. There we are. That's our updated list. But this is about communication, about sending messages back and forth, maybe even telepathically. Because correct me if I'm wrong, is Brian with someone right now, or was that someone else's energy? I can't quite recall. But they're showing me there might be some sort of connection he's also involved in, or an emotional connection, or something he's very busy with if he's not the one that's already in a relationship with someone else. But even if this is just telepathic communication, because, high level soulmate, twin flame, we all have this, very direct link to people who are in our own soul family and even humanity as a whole. Like if, there's someone that from your past that maybe you don't talk to anymore, you can still telepathically send them love or whatever it is. Yeah, he's still with someone else. I could totally see that with this. But there is still this, it's almost like, to me, I'm going to get a clarifier on this to see if this is just on your end or his as well. Let's just see his energy toward you with this Ace of Cups. Yeah, Seven of Wands. He's got to kind of prove himself, or, he's got that hindrance of this current relationship kind of standing in his way from maybe even physically reaching out, but telepathically, he's right there. I think this is a reignition of a spark of emotional connection on your end more specifically than his end, because he's kind of, to show me, kind of caught up or tied up with on. But this, I don't know, this reignition or spark of passion that you have renewed toward him is actually going to serve you to love yourself more, love yourself deeper. Yeah, he's coming to you in dreams. Your energy is definitely on and popping in the dream state, and that's why all this communication is here, because we spend anywhere from 6 to 9 hours, most people, sleeping every night, so, or in the day or whatever, whenever it is you're dreaming. So this to me lets you know and lets him know that you guys are on each other's minds. You're on, it's there. That connection is there. I don't see it ever being severed in this life, at all. I mean, it's always going to be there. Whether you guys are, in union or not, I guess remains to be seen. But I think at least for the near future, he's still kind of trying to speak his truth or discover what his truth is. This truth of him wanting a new love, a different love than the one he's currently with, which would be you. But there, again, there's progression here, and this is pretty quick progression. So he, I don't know if you're sending him messages or he's sending you messages, but we do have on the back of the card the Devil and the World and the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. I mean, we're just keeping going with these major arcanas here. These are all back of the deck energy. So this to me is more subconscious or kind of underlying energy between you guys. And the Devil, of course, is that temptation to cheat, or that temptation to have an emotional affair with you when he's still tied up or caught up in this relationship with someone else that, again, I keep saying tied up or caught up because it's not a happy connection for the most part. I'd say 90 to 80 to 90 is kind of the number percent of this relationship isn't great, but there is that 10 to 20% that there is that soulmate connection with him and this person as well, that he doesn't want to just throw that away either. Oh, there goes my recording. You get that? Hopefully I pushed that hard enough that it's staying. But there is that temptation there. But I think he's going to be able to, curb that temptation to either close this thing out with her, especially, because this is making a choice here and succeeding at that choice, which I think his most successful choice would be you as far as compatibility and long-term, like, happiness between two people in a relationship. It's just remaining to be seen if he's going to take the leap, because we don't have that fool energy here, but we do have a new beginning here. The world is closing out an old cycle, and the Wheel of Fortune is, if you're down, you're going up. If you're up, you're going down kind of vibe. And he's been down a while with this relationship that we are tuning into with this person he's with. I think that time will tell what he's going to actually do. But there is longevity here because we also have the Eight of Pentacles on the back of the deck, which, time, whether it passes, I mean, it's going to pass. That's what time does. It's going to pass. But whether he reaches out to you tomorrow or 4 years from now, that connection is still like a pulsing, I don't know. They're showing me like a throbbing pain, but like in a good way. I don't know. That's kind of gross. I don't know. But that's what Spirit's showing me is like, in the cartoons when they hit their thumb and it's all big and red and pulsing like like that. But like not in a pain. I mean, I guess it can be painful because there can't be that just that we want, that you want, that he wants, but yet he's still loving this other person. It's a complicated deal. It really is. But it's interesting. I have my Fluorite here, which is about focus and being able to put your focus into the things that are serving you most. This is a rainbow Fluorite. It's very hard to see the beautiful colors in this specific lighting situation. It's greens and purples and kind of a more cleary color, and it's kind of a chevron. Definitely difficult to see in this lighting situation. Maybe the chevrons you can see, but the colors and the rainbow prisms, like here, see those rainbow prisms? This is a crystal all about focus, and I've been carrying this thing around because I've been so dizzy and brain fog like crazy with this medication that I just up and stopped taking because I'm like, oh, I just can't anymore. So I've been keeping this close at hand. So maybe there's a message in that for you, Katie, to look into some rainbow Fluorite or get some rainbow Fluorite. But I want to grab one more oracle card before we wrap this up. Just anything else Katie needs to know about this connection. We know the connection itself, like the energetic connection, isn't going anywhere, but it's just, is this going to be a more physical connection or just energetic? We don't know. Remains to be seen. We have here the rose thread, inner call, soul-led, mystic living, the mystic and living courageously. And I'm really seeing this more as your energy than his, to be honest. I don't think he's as courageous as you are because, he's got this temptation of you, but he's also got the responsibility of this other connection he's in. Does he have children with this person? Because to me, it feels like there's something more than just this person's energy that's keeping him in the household, if that's the case. But if there aren't children, there just might be, I don't know, like a karmic burden. I mean, I don't want to use the word burden because that sounds so gross when we're talking about children or being in a relationship, but like that's what it feels like. Like he would feel much more guilty if he just, followed his heart than if he just did the responsible thing and put in the effort and just did the thing that, he signed up to do. Oh, he does. Yeah, yes. And it's not to say that if he broke up, he couldn't still see his children and have his children and love his children. But it's like there's some deep-seated fear within him that if he did leave, he'd never see his kids again, which isn't true or likely to happen. But I think that threat is there. I don't know if maybe he grew up without a father or, maybe had an example in his life, a friend or a cousin or someone in his life that grew up without a father and he didn't want to go down that road. I don't know. Broken home. He doesn't want to have his kids come from a broken home. Yeah. But yeah, this is you living courageously and using this fuel of your connection with him to really level yourself up and love yourself And that would possibly even bring you someone that's not Brian, that's in a, an energetic alignment with you currently that you can be with. Yeah. It's just a very difficult situation and complicated situation that you're in with Brian. Yeah, they tried to fix your relationship with a kid. Okay, see, and all that did was deepen the ish that they already were in, because we got the grandmothers here, and this is like, he literally created karma. There's that burden. He literally created a karmic thread to her by doing so. And again, not that having a kid is a bad thing, and I think it was meant to happen. I think that's part of his karma in this life, was to bring a child forth through both hers and his family line. And now my right ear's ringing again. So this was spiritually supported. So this wasn't like some big accident or mistake or anything. But he needs to trust that, if it feels right for him to leave, even if there is a child involved, it's his best effort, or his best path to leave, but still be very present in the child's life, because I see him being a very long-term presence in the child's life. But I think it'd be healthier for the child and him and her if they did this more as a co-parenting situation than we're trying to remain together, but we secretly just feel burdensome towards each other and resentful. It's such a hard situation though. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I hope that resonated, Katie. I know it probably didn't bring you much clarity, but really the heart of what we've got going on here is you falling back in love with yourself and doing what's best for you, and any emotional new beginning, maybe even new love coming in for you as a result of you taking the utmost care of yourself and just treating yourself like the queen you are. Because telepathically he's like, yes, you're a queen, you're my queen, I love you, but like, it can't be with you right now, maybe later, but maybe not, like, I don't know, like, it's a whole thing. You know what I'm saying. Much love, Katie. All right, so let me go back up to my list. So up next we got Amber. Amber, go ahead and post your question, and I'm gonna just check that we didn't get any other donations and we're up to date here. Yep, Get to Like a Ray was our last donation. Awesome. Okay. So Amber's turn. Let me copy that. Paste. Okay, there's our list. What does Spirit want me to know? Any guidance or anything with what's coming up in the eclipses? Ooh, yes. Let's tune into that eclipse energy for Amber. And this is happening in the Vedic sign of Aries, and then the next one in the Vedic sign of Libra. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, Amber, you follow more Vedic astrology than Western, because if you do follow Western, I can tailor that to what, Taurus and Scorpio rather than Aries and Libra. But you would probably know your chart and where Aries falls in your chart. That's going to be the solar eclipse coming up on the 30th. And then it's going to happen in the sign of Libra for the lunar eclipse coming up on May 16th or 15th, somewhere in there is the next eclipse date. But let's just tune into the energy of what this, because these eclipse cycles do last for 6 months. So this is going to carry you into what? October, right? October? So between now and October, these eclipse energies for Amber, what does she need to know? What does Spirit want her to know? Any guidance, anything that's coming up with these eclipses, please, Spirit? Let's start there, see what we got. Okay, yeah, there's healing. This is a beautiful, beautiful message, just with what I know about you and your energy. Like, this is a beautiful message, being able to move on from what's just you've outgrown. You're healing from childhood wounds, from just wounds in the past. And again, it's a slow and steady energy. It's not going to be an overnight heal. Oh, yay, I'm healed. Everything's beautiful now. Wished it worked like that, but usually it doesn't. But that's a thing. It's like they're giving me like that weight loss example as well. So I don't know if you've been trying to lose weight or you have lost weight recently, but they're giving me like the example of when you lose, like, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. I'm not saying you do, but like, as an example person, and they have a high BMI or whatever, and they have a lot of weight to lose. It's better for that person to lose that weight kind of slow and steadily rather than dropping a whole bunch all at once. It's more healthy, and it's better, for like the skin elasticity and everything, like being able to bounce back or to feel good about yourself. Like, that's kind of how Spirit's presenting this specific example. And they've never given me an example quite like that, but it's like being able to bounce back after a very difficult trying couple of years that you've been through. Oh, you're trying hard. Yeah. Not sure which I follow. Okay. Um, but then we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is maybe feeling unbalanced or unsure, confused. Um, a choice point. Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do this? Do I do that? It's. But this is letting you know this eclipse season is bringing you. I'm going to get a clarifier here on this one specifically, but I'm seeing this eclipse is bringing you some stability and a new direction to go in. Even if you don't leave your current situation, this is helping you find ways to heal your current situation so that you can move forward in the current situation in a much better way. Let's see. Specific clarifier on this Two of Pentacles. Ooh, yay, I love to see this. This is very High Priestess vibes to me because in this deck, I think it's this deck, or is it no, it's my Spacious Tarot deck. The High Priestess is almost this exact picture. Let me see if I can find it. For some reason, they're pointing that out, so it must be relevant. I'm gonna find it. We will find the High Priestess up in here. I think these decks look very similar. They're both kind of earthy, naturey vibes, which I'm loving so much. We're gonna find that little High Priestess. Yes, we are. That wasn't it. No. Okay. I know it's a darker card, if I remember right. Watch it be the very last card. Let's just go this way now. I'm not seeing it. Hopefully I can find it. It's like purpley, bluey color with this in the middle, almost the same. Did I miss it? There it is. There we go. Yeah, purples and blues. Almost the exact same thing, right? So, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, having a stronger emotional connection to your life. And we've got Temperance here. I know this was just a flip through, but this card was calling my name as well. Kind of an as above, so below energy here. And this to me is also about tuning into your creative prospects or your more creative side of life, if that makes sense. Allowing yourself to be creative, allowing that creativity to flow from you and kind of melt the ice around the things you've kind of hardened that need healed. Like this fire that's coming up is melting that ice, and it's like drops of tears here. I don't know if you can see the little raindrops, like little drops of tears, and those tears are cleansing, those tears are healing. And yep, donations are still open. Welcome, Rising Storm Tarot. Good to have you here. But those tears are cleansing. They're washing away the dirt and the grime of the past trauma and wounds that you've been through. And I think you are someone who does allow yourself to cry those tears. If I'm remembering correctly, you do a lot of crying and a lot of emotional purging, which is great. I know it doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great in the moment, but it is important for us to allow ourselves that kind of emotional reset when we can cry, to release those tears. But this to me is you being able to release those tears and really tune into something that has been buried deep within you. It's like your biggest wound is your greatest gift, is kind of how I'm reading the High Priestess mixed with this energy here. It's very interesting that we've got the moon here, which is like mother energy. So you being a mother, and of course your mother having crossed over, but still being very, very present in your life and helping. Okay, there come the chills. Of course, we bring up your mom, and there she is, like always. But she's reminding you that the rest of your life will be the best of your life if you can just allow yourself to crack open all of that yuckiness from the past. That yes, you've been doing so much healing, and your mom's applauding you, keep going, you're doing it. And I know it feels disgusting, and no one wants to be feeling that dark night of the soul type of energy all the time. But it really does just help to dig off all the layers of dust and dirt and grime on that shiny, beautiful pearl that is deep within you. And it is your greatest happiness. It is your spirituality. It is your creative endeavors. And, living a life that you've only dreamed of or could only thought in the past, oh, that could never happen. It's just a dream. But this is you slowly yet steadily healing to create that reality that you keep thinking is, oh, that's never going to happen. But it could, and it is, as you heal. Over these next 6 months, you're going to be doing a lot of healing, and you're going to be seeing this ice melt around these old wounds and traumas where you can start prying open that shell to see in where that beautiful gift is within you. Let's see what else Amber needs to know. Yes, exactly. This is transformation. And that's exactly what eclipses do, is in that eclipse, what's the word, axis that the solar and lunar eclipses happen in. It does represent in your chart where that axis of transformation is. You know, as an example, for me as a Libra ascendant, with, you know, considering this is a Vedic alignment here, this is in my first house and in my seventh house. So my relationship to myself, or who I see myself to be, or perceive myself to be, and how I perceive others, and specifically like my husband or my love interest, business partners, also seventh house. But really, seventh house can technically be anyone who is not you. But transformation, this card says, this fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. And it's very interesting because I was reading my book series that I'm writing. I was reading that to my friend Jessie the other day. And one of the things that the girl in my book was talking to her spirit guide. And she says, well, it just feels like my life is falling apart. And then the spirit guide answers back, then let it fall apart. And I'm getting chills now. So it's like the things that you've been holding to or trying to keep together, I think, are what are trying to fall apart or fall away or dismantle or crumble in your life. Even if on the surface they feel like things that you don't want to lose, or that, security, stability, what would people think, or, how am I going to make it? There will be a way, because this is trying to fall away from you to bring in the life you've always wanted. But you can't have, stay in the energy you're currently in and still have that life you've always wanted. You have to trade. And it would be an easy trade. Yeah, because your mom's stepping in. She's like, this would be a very easy trade for Amber if she was guaranteed she would be taken care of and money wouldn't be an issue, and, location. But it's those unknowns that are keeping you anchored into the current energy. Yeah, so scared, fear of what if all bad that happened repeats. Exactly. Yeah. But it's almost like your mom's saying, let it fall apart. Just let it all fall apart. Because it's like that phoenix rising from the ashes here. Let's get one more. Anything else Amber needs to know about this eclipse cycle? I know that takes a level of trust that probably 99% of the people on this planet just aren't willing to do. From that more ego or human perspective, wouldn't just let it all fall apart, because like we gotta pay bills, we have kids, we have responsibilities, like we can't just let everything fall apart. So it's finding a way to slowly unwind the energy you're currently in to bring you in alignment with the dream life, or that life you've always envisioned for yourself or think is so far out of reach. But slowly and steadily, you're bringing yourself into alignment with it. And someday, it won't be out of reach. It will be your reality. Yeah, magical gateway. So this is an eclipse gateway for you, a portal of sorts. It takes courage. There's that courage, because you're scared, that fear and scared energy you're in right now. This is saying, courage isn't, bravery isn't, or courage isn't not being afraid. It's being afraid, but doing the darn thing anyway. Like, that's the vibe of real courage. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. Who knows what's under that shell before you crack all this open? Who knows that there's even going to be a pearl waiting for you? But there is. There is. Yet that's where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Wow. Yeah, this is the time to transform. You've got a magical gateway. She's got a key. The door is open. She's ready to walk through. She just needs to summon that courage. Yes, she's afraid. Yes, she has fear. She's scared. But she's going to keep putting one foot in front of the other, one step at a time, until she's through that door. And before she knows it, she's going to look back and be like, oh my gosh, my life is so much different. And I know, Amber, I know this is so much easier said than actually done. But having that trust in the universe, having that trust in your own higher self, your mother, your guides, angels, source itself, God itself, will not lead you to your ruin. It will lead you to your breakthrough. Wow, that's so powerful, Amber. Wish I had some help. I feel alone physically. Yeah, absolutely. But this is where you can call in your guides, your angels, your crossed over loved ones, your own higher self, God, whatever you pray to or call to help you with these transformations. And literally saying in your head or out loud, I need help. I need help. I need help. And that help will start to come. Just watching for the signs, you will find this help coming. Make sure I've got these right decks here. Yes, okay. We'll put these back. Okay. So I hope that resonated for you, Amber. Big hugs. I know you have a lot of transition that you want to make in your life, or a lot of change you want to make in your life, but just knowing how, or having the money, or, you know, the green light or the permission slip to be able to do exactly what you want. Like that's what feels so heavy and like looming on ahead of you. But if you can tune into that beautiful inner light that you have, you'll start to realize, wow, maybe I can do this. And you can. That's the beautiful thing. You trust the spirit and the spiritual team, but I am full of doubts. Yeah, maybe due to my past experience. Absolutely. Because it's like, oh, I stuck my hand in that fire and my whole hand got burned. Well, why would I do that again? But Spirit's saying, trust us. This time it's going to be different. I know it sounds like an abusive relationship. Like, I promise it won't happen again. And then it happens again. And you're like, and then you come back. It's like, I promise it won't happen again. And then it happens again. It's like, but when we start to shift our thoughts and our beliefs and, you know, release those doubts, we create a new timeline where when we do put our hand in the fire, we don't get burned. We get, I don't know, rewarded, you know. I know it sounds so out there and like, really, really, but this is, you know, that's where that Knight of Pentacles in your reading comes in, Amber, is being able to, you know, it's not an overnight thing. This is shifting our belief system, because as within, so without. When we start really changing and healing and morphing ourselves from the inside out, we will then start to see that reflected as a possibility in our lives, in the material world where we're actually, you know, physically located right now. It takes a lot of trust though, and a lot of communication with your guides, and a lot of forward action and momentum. It's not an easy thing to make these major changes in life, but you have the potential to walk through that door. You know, feel the fear, but do the thing anyway. All right, Lay Bell, my name is Diamond. Let's see. Oh, Ion. Okay, cool. The guy I gave my virginity to is acting weird. We fell out, but he has been blocking and unblocking. Oh no. He recently unblocked 3 days ago, and when I called him, he let the phone ring for a couple seconds and declined. Does he actually miss me? Playing games for attention, trying to make me look crazy. Yeah, let's tune into this energy for you. What are his messages toward me? Yeah, we're gonna have to go directly to his higher self. His higher self knows all the ins and outs of what's going on here. He fell out in December. Okay. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. For Diamond Ion. Ooh, that one went flying. And it's the Empress. So it's almost like that beautiful divine feminine energy within you. It literally took flight and went across my table, landed on the floor. I think your beautiful divine feminine energy and wisdom, it's like this intimidates him. You're so much, like, this is very interesting. You're so much for his human ego to handle, not in a bad way, but like, you know who you are deep down. You know who you are. You are a strong woman. You are just like, you are tuned into that feminine side. Even if you identify as anything other than female, that, you know, feminine, masculine, when we're talking divine feminine, masculine, it doesn't have to be gender-based the way we see it here on this planet. But this is mother energy. There might have even been a time, you know, that he had maybe expressed having children, or he even thought about it. He didn't express it, having children with you, or, you know, wanting to start a life or a family with you. But again, it just got very, very, I guess, scared or intimidated by the prospect. Because I think there is a part of him that's still also very immature, that he wants to, you know, kind of have his cake and eat it too, if that makes sense. Yeah, he did joke about having kids. Yeah. And there's that heartbreak. That's like, what even happened here? Like, what did I do wrong? And Diamond, there's nothing you did wrong. This is all him. He's got a lot of inner wounds, maybe even mother wounds from his childhood. Even if he did grow up with his mother and things on the surface look okay, there just might be some fundamentally like building block things that happened when he was a child with his mom. Maybe she worked a lot, didn't have that deep, strong emotional bond to him. Um, something with his mom where there's a disconnect or a heartbreak. And that kind of clouds or colors every single relationship he's in with a woman. Oh, his mom did him dirty. Yeah, I can totally see that. But you're not at all like his mom, at all. And I think that might have scared him just as much as if you were like his mom. Tried to reach out to him through my friend, though my friend, and he called me crazy. Oh, wow. Very caring, and he did joke about kids. Oh, he unblocked you 3 days ago. I think he unblocked you because to me, this feels like he wanted to see what you were doing. Or I don't know if whatever platform it was on, if he has you blocked, if he can still check what you've got going on. If you're blocked, I think he maybe just can't. So I think he wanted to just see what was going on. Let's see what's going on here. Woo. Okay. And then I missed one of these up here. Oh, I sent him a heartfelt message through my friend a month ago. And oh yeah, then he called you crazy. It's a Scorpio in me and he's a Gemini. Okay, yeah. Because it's like, there's where that duality comes in. It's like he wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants to be, in a deep romantic relationship with you, but also still live in the single life, being able to do and flirt with whatever he wants to do. Yeah, but he does want to, it's like, I think he unblocked you because he wanted to see what was going on. But this is about collaboration or coming together with people. So I'm seeing maybe something a friend said or did, or something he said or did or told a friend is coloring the way he sees you right now. If that makes sense. Then we have the Six of Cups, which this is a past life energy. So there might even be that this is like a karmic relationship. It feels like you are so drawn and attracted to him because there's karma to balance or karma to express or figure out. Because I definitely see a lot of past life connection here and even past in this life. But as far as moving forward, he blocked me on my phone. I'm blocked on Instagram. He unblocked me on phone. Okay. This is my second account since my phone died. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's see. This one flipped. Yeah. It's like, I think there's someone talking in his ear or he's talking in someone's ear, things that aren't even true. So he's actually operating on false information about you. Or he's not understanding the truth. But it's almost like he wants to get back at you at something you didn't even do. And this more feels like his wounded pride or his ego getting involved rather than like him wanting to harm you. I don't see him wanting to harm you like physically, but like emotionally, there's something off with the way he presents himself to you. Let's see his intentions. What are his intentions for Diamond? Yeah, he's playing very immaturely. He might reach out and communicate to you, but I think after that, he's going to pull his energy back again. It's almost like he's trying to keep you on the hook. And this might even have been something he learned in childhood from his own mother, because it's almost like his mom would punish him for something that maybe wasn't even his fault. And then, he'd be licking his wounds and be sad about it. And then she would just come to him almost like a split personality and be like, oh, let's go do something fun together. And it was so confusing to him. So I think he actually does that to people he's in relationships with, not just romantic connections, but also friendships, maybe siblings if he has them, just people he associates with. He does the same thing. And that Gemini doesn't help. I mean, I'm a Gemini moon myself, so like I'm not calling out Geminis at all, but I can see that Gemini within me where, just as an example, like I love really eclectic decoration where there's a lot to look at, but I also love really minimalistic decor. And a lot of times when I try to decorate my own shelves, I can't have it both ways because they are literal exact opposites. But I love both of them equally, but I just can't come to an agreement in my own head about it. So like Gemini does that a lot with, maybe even in relationships, depending where his Gemini is really on and popping in his chart. But he is very immature with the way he does talk to you or how he ghosts you and cuts that communication off without even a warning. I don't think he's intending to, get back with you and have a family at this point, just because there's something someone either said or something you did that really hurt him. But again, I don't think the thing he thinks that hurt him was even true about you. Not at all. Not at all true. Oh, you called his housing agent on him after he did me dirty in December. Oh, that might be why. Maybe he found out about that. Fell out after he switched up, had a sudden angry rage, and I was hurt. Oops, there it goes. I was hurt and confused. I called him and told him I didn't, but I did apologize, care for him. Yeah. Let's just get one more, just on kind of the outcome of this connection. So this card will tell us if there is potential to, or, that's too many. But there's no denying with that card. There's no denying with that, phallic symbol here that there is, there definitely is a physical attraction here. But at this point on his end, that might be all that's left. Even if that doesn't resonate as you toward him, because we're asking his intentions. Because I'm seeing or hearing that he might try to come back to you one more time just for one final, encounter, sexual encounter. I'm trying not to be too vulgar here, but it's an immature way, almost like I'm going to get back at her. It doesn't feel very mature. But let's just see if this is, because this is also a new beginning. But to me, I'm already kind of intuitively picking up that it's just not in your best interest, Diamond, to go back. Yeah, the Hierophant. It's almost like he wants to, take on the masculine role and tell you what to do and be like in total control of everything going on. Yeah, I know you didn't want to hurt him, but he just misconstrued what you did because of the way his mom used to treat him. And it's almost like once you even make one mistake with him, he's already washed his hands. Even though he would give his mom chance after chance after chance, and maybe he does give other people chance after chance. But it's almost like, yes, if he does give you another chance, he's still got that in his back pocket. Like, remember that one time you did this to me? How could you have? Even if you apologized and made up for it, it would always be in his back pocket to use against you. Yeah. Yeah, I see him, just wanting to be the, patriarchal status quo of relationships, because the Hierophant is a very traditional card. Let's just get one more outcome. Yeah, he's like that. Yep, that's exactly what I see. It would really, Diamond, truthfully, it would be in your best interest to just move on. Because if he does come back, I think there's a lot of games, a lot of strings attached, a lot of you owe me because of what you did. Even if he hurt you way worse, which I'm seeing there's things he said, things he's done, you add that up compared to what you did to him, it's way worse what he did than what you did. But he doesn't see it that way, and I don't think he ever will. Yeah. Like I was saying as I was shuffling, there's something out there better for you. You deserve better, and that's absolutely what the star is indicating. You deserve better than what he's ever going to be able to offer you. Not to say that if you want to go back just for some fun, that's not... You can probably do that, but it's not going to lead you to your happily ever after, Diamond, if that makes sense. Because there's someone out there for you, a better soulmate connection, that is going to make this look like, what was I even thinking? Why was I even wasting my time? And I just want to get one. Let's see. We'll just use this deck. It's a good one. Just for Diamond, just, moving forward. Yeah, because your intentions, I think at the heart of what you do, you have pure intentions, and he has these games or manipulations that are in his pocket that he wants to use or will use if he has to. So it's not pure. The love coming from him isn't pure. It's very tainted by past and regret and mistakes and a lot of negative communication here. But your pure intention, the Fairy of Manifestation, will help you to use your wishes, the star, wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all, which the highest good of all in this instance is you finding someone who's more on your wavelength. He's intimidated by you, and he shows up in this reading as a child of swords. He could never, unless he made a dedication right now to just really go to therapy, do a lot of inner child healing, a lot of teen healing. He will never be on your level, sis. Like, that is what this is showing here. And you deserve someone that's at least going to be able to play hardball with you in like a spiritual and emotional way. He's so emotionally disconnected from his own emotions, that I don't think he could ever solidify an emotionally fulfilling connection with you. Sorry, I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear, but again, you can go back and it might be fun for a while, but I think this is going to be the ruler of the day here of, there are no winners here. He's hurt, you're hurt. There's too much from the past. He just wants to keep bringing up into the present and future that it just never will. It'll never be anything more than what it's already been, if that makes sense. Not the happiest outcome, but there is someone out there for you that is more on your level and is going to be an emotional, wealth for you rather than something that's draining you emotionally. Yeah, got you. I'm moving forward. Yeah. Also, his roomie is in his ear. But of course, use your intuition. Don't just trust some girl on the internet to, completely determine your path ahead. But I think at the very least from him, Diamond, you're going to be getting a lot of immaturity. The Page of Swords could even look like ghosting, which he's already been doing, blocking, just very immature energy with communication toward you. So you may never hear from him again, or maybe you'll hear from him and then he'll pull his energy back. Like, it could go either way because, future's not completely set in stone. But as far as his, herself stepping in to show his, spiritual and emotional maturity, mental maturity here, it's just not there. It's just not on your wavelength. And I don't know that it will be anytime soon. But you got this. There's something, loving yourself, literally dating yourself for a while, Diamond, treating yourself like the queen that you are for now into the near future is your best bet, because you deserve to heal from this so you can have a beautiful connection next time with someone new. Oh, you're so welcome, dear. Big hugs. Big hugs to you. All right, Marlene, you are next, and then Gitaleka is on deck, and then Kelly, which I'm going to add Kelly, Rising Storm Tarot. What a cool name, Rising Storm. I love that. All right. So Marlene's one card, or yes, no, whichever one you want to go. I'm going to take a drink of my water. Oh, curious to know about a past life and how it fits in my current one. Cool. All right, so we'll see maybe one or two cards, what we can get on a past life for Marlene V and how it fits into her current life. So we're going to get kind of a general overview theme. This one is past life, and this is kind of how it's affecting you in this life. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles. So yeah, this past life, they're showing me like a farm worker. Farmer, you worked literally physical labor all day, every day, all your life from the time when you were very young. They're showing me masculine energy in this life. Very young, as a boy, you already were out there grinding, hustling, making money, or, putting food on the table or bringing in resources, whatever that looks like. They're showing me, this is very interesting, like 1910. Like, that's the number or the year that came to my mind here. And they're showing me like kind of the eastern part of Nebraska. Very interesting. I don't even know what the shape of Nebraska looks like. I'm guessing something like this. Very interesting. But yeah, they're showing me like Nebraska, 1910, like the eastern part of Nebraska. And for this life, they're showing, yes, you have had to work hard in this life, Marlene, but it's been more mental work or emotional work that you've invested into your, career, or your, taking care of your family, raising your family, rather than like physical, exhausting labor. And you're meant to, in this life, actually have that hard work really pay off, later on in life, or maybe even right now. Like, I'm already seeing this star shining bright in your future for your abundance, for your resources, for your income. Much more, you have much more in this life than you ever thought of having in this life. And, this hard life you had here in Nebraska, it's almost like subconsciously you can pick up on all that backbreaking work that you had to do. And you're almost just grateful for every little thing you have in this life because of this life. So it's really taught you a lot of gratitude. And sometimes when you catch yourself just going through the motions of life and not being very grateful for things, it's almost like you beat yourself up like, man, it could be so much worse. What am I doing? But that's you tuning into that past life where things were difficult, things were hard. So I hope that resonated for you. But yeah, Ace of Cups, this brought you more emotional contentment in this life as well. I mean, you think you were emotionally content like with your family and stuff here, but it's like you have more time and space to actually enjoy your family and your hobbies and the things that light you up in this life than you ever had in that life. That makes sense. It gave me chills right now. Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, what a cool thing. But yeah, just basically letting you know that there's so much to be grateful for in the life that you've created here and the life you're going to continue to create. It's going to be like a dream come true to you compared to that past life for sure. All right, Marlene. Thanks again for your donation. Up next, we got Get to Leka Ray and then Rising Storm Tarot, and that is it. But if you are here and wanting a reading, I'm still taking donations, if that's the case. So, I'm going to stick with this deck for a minute. What's coming up in the near future? Message, advice, guidance from the higher realms. You're so welcome, Marlene. All right. Oh, Michelle donated. Michelle donated. All right. There's Michelle. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, you came in 2 minutes right after Kelly, so it's been a minute. You donated a while back, like 30 minutes ago. Let me add you, Michelle. De Leon. There we are. Different list. All right. So, Get to Leka. What's coming up in the near future? Messages, advice, guidance from the higher realm. Okay, ooh, Five of Swords. So yeah, things are feeling still a little stressful, but let's see if this eclipse specifically, because these are great times to make big changes in life. Let's see if this eclipse is going to help Get to Leka with just feeling overwhelmed, feeling stressed, feeling like no matter what she does, it's like can't like feel like a win. Like, because this a lot of times feels like there are no winners. Everybody has lost. It's kind of a sad or depressing kind of energy. But look what we have here. We have the Queen of Wands. So this is you being able to step into that role of authority or leader in your life and feel that creative spark, to feel that passion again for life and not feel like everything is so overburdened and heavy. So that's what this eclipse cycle is going to do, is help shift this energy that you've been in. Ooh, an Explorer of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles. So slow and steady. So it's not going to be like, April 30th is the first eclipse, and then May 15th, 16th. I think 15th where you're at, Get to Leka is the date for that. So might be even April 29th for you, because I know you're on the other half of the world there. So things happen a little sooner for you than they do over here, by like a day or a half day. So yeah, this to me feels like these next 2 weeks, it's going to be a slow and steady progression out of this heavier energy you've been in, which is so good to see. You're going to feel very motivated and inspired. And I think maybe between now and May 15th, you're closing out a project at your career or work. You're closing out one project and starting something new. But I think the next big project you're going to be working on after what you're currently doing, it's going to feel exciting. You're going to be really invested in it, not just because you have to, but because it feels exciting. You're learning things, you're exploring, you're growing in whatever it is you're doing in this project. Could even be with a hobby or just your free time or having more free time. Maybe you're not having to work so much. Yeah, but this is a new beginning. Being able to communicate, to your guides, to, your coworkers or whoever, exactly what you want. But this to me feels like a new beginning. But you're learning a lot here too. This is a learning card. This is a student card. So you're learning something. I don't know if you're taking some sort of training course between now and October, or just really interested in reading up on something specific, or just wanting to learn. You're very ready to learn and take action in the direction of what you're learning and really feeling motivated by what you're doing. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Sun, which I don't know. I have a feeling, or I'm just wanting to intuitively say that in one of your recent readings, Get to Leka, we did have the Sun card come out, which is such a bright, sunny energy after all this that you've had going on. Just everything's cold and barren and just ugh. But now we've got things growing. things are warm and, expanding and just looking up. Everything is looking up and looking much better between now and October. Things are going to be better than they were between April and last October. So October 2021 through April 2022 have maybe felt very busy, very overburdened, very stressed, long hours, lots, just you're tired, you're ready for a break. So this could even indicate you having a vacation day or a break, or maybe taking a whole week off if that's even possible for you, because you're moving here toward the sun. You're moving away from this toward the sun. And look, even this crow and this little lizard here are facing away. They're all pointing and facing away from this that you've been in. It's like this vulture here has picked apart all the bones and eaten all the meat off the bones that are there, meaning end a cycle. There's no life left here as far as, putting your energy forth in this overburdened energy. You're moving, expanding in different directions where you're learning, you're growing, you're motivated for different new reasons. New projects are exciting and not so stressful. They still may be stressful. Doesn't mean all stress is leaving your life forever. But because you're excited about it, you're willing to put in that effort and hours. And those hours might pass and you're just like, wow, 12-hour day I just put in. It feels like I was only here 2 hours. I'm so excited. I'm learning so much. The people are fun. We're laughing a lot. Like it feels like a much different vibe than what you've been doing. I don't know. Very interesting. But we also have the Six of Wands, which is victory. Victory over this, which was underneath it. The Ten of Swords, which was that overburdened energy you got in one of your more recent readings. I do remember that card for sure. Like this is the epitome of overburden right here. But you had this coming out on top. So this is victory, recognition, reward, promotion for all of that overburdened, stress, busy that you've been doing. So there is a rise or a promotion or a moving in a new direction. Something that is leading to something exciting where you can take a break. You can let your hair down. You don't have to worry and stress so much, which is exactly what we want for you. Yes. Just wondering when such a time will come. Yeah. I don't know if things, you're learning every day. Good, good. I don't know if things are the same as they are where you're at, where they are in the US, but a lot of times, not every corporate job, but I know a lot of times there's at least like a 2-week vacation people can take, or they have 2 weeks of vacation time throughout a calendar year they can take. Some corporations, you can have upwards of 6 weeks of vacation, or, I guess it's different for each corporation, but I'm not sure where you're at in your country if that's a thing. I'm not sure. But what you really need, for yourself is a reset, to have a break, to have a day off, to, turn everything off for a minute so you can just be and not have to accomplish and do and grind and be busy. But you can have that reset or, recalibration of that energy. You're going to feel so much better when you do get back into work or back into another project. Let's grab a couple of these. Taleka, energy coming up in the near future, please. Ooh, abundance. And I saw that on the back of the deck and I was kind of like, should I mention it? Should I not? Well, let's just see what comes out. Well, there it is. Abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. So you are bringing in, there's that reward, promotion, recognition, or a raise of some sort. You're bringing in more money for all that work you've put in. And that work you'll continue to put in. You're being noticed, for sure. Oh, you take a week off every year. Oh, last was taken in December. Okay, gotcha. And then shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within. And it's time for you to shine. That's exactly what this is about. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. So yeah, this is taking really good care of yourself and just feeling good about you. Feeling good about what you're doing, how you feel, how you are, how you're showing up. And that's going to be very important to you. Even if you can't take, a bunch of vacation days or whatever, maybe when you get off work, certain days of the week, or maybe if you just have one day of the week where you just allow yourself to let that inner child come out, because we've got like a teen kind of version of this younger child here. It's almost like growing up, but from child to teen, that's still very young and youthful energy. So doing something that you enjoy, something that makes you feel like you're playing and having fun, is going to be very important for you to be able to reset this burdened energy that's been with you. And again, not to say that you won't feel overburdened at times, but I don't think the burden is going to be as heavy as it has been from October 2021 to April of 2022, if that makes sense. So good things are coming in. Something you're going to be really passionate about, and a project you're really excited about. But then we have new beginnings. So yeah, new project. That's what we were really tuning into, or something new you're doing that really excites you and makes you passionate for the life you're living. Yeah, enjoy the little things in life. That's perfect. Yeah, just having that gratitude for the little things and enjoying, even a walk to your car, or, your morning coffee, or whatever it is that you do, just enjoying those things. Just enjoying the moments that you're spending doing those things, and not feeling like you have to rush through it just to get to the next task or the next project or the next whatever. I think that's really going to help you. All right, Getzaleka, thanks again for your lovely donation. Always a pleasure to read for you. And then up next, we've got Rising Storm Tarot. Kelly's turn. Go ahead and post your question, my dear. We'll get right into that. And then after that, we got Michelle De Leon. And that's all we got donations for currently. So we might be wrapping up right after that. You're so welcome. Absolutely. Okay. So I'm going to take a drink of my water. Okay. There she is. Can I have an energy update on Chris's feelings and intentions with me? No communication. Will he pursue me at some point? Let's feel into Chris's energy. We're going to ask, just like we did for Diamond's question, for his higher self to step forth and just give us the real tea. Just spill that lemonade all over us here. What do we got going on? Chris's energy, intentions, and feelings. Okay. So we have 4 of Pentacles. So he may have always, or of course recently, with kind of no communication and all that, he may have always, though, I'm really getting a vibe that this has kind of always been the case. There may have been times he did open up to you, but I'm really seeing, for the most part, he did keep his emotions pretty under wraps, or he maybe didn't show his true feelings all the time, because I think he did feel deeper for you than he let on. Maybe he just let you go like, oh, ain't no thing, but really I think he still is hurt and misses you. I know that that's the case here, but let's just see if he will decide to reach out, or if this is a thing of the past for him, or what's going on with his energy here and intentions for Kelly. Okay, so we have Elder of Wands, so King of Wands, and the Star. So it's very interesting, because with this overall energy that we're kind of representing where we're currently at in this relationship here, it feels very sparse. It feels like, again, no communication. It doesn't feel like he's very forthcoming with anything. But with these two coming out, I do still see it as a potential for something to happen here. I want to maybe get a couple clarifiers on. I'm really reading this as his energy. This is your energy. But this would be fire. So your Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is Aquarius energy at the root of it. Let's just see. 2 of Wands to clarify here. So he may still be in the planning stage to reach out to you, but he's not quite to that action stage yet. And then clarifying yours, 6 of Pentacles, balancing things out. I don't know if you have the ability to reach out to him or just let him know. Yeah, never opened up about feelings, always closed off. Yeah, that's exactly what I see. And then 7 of Swords, it's like he's just distanced himself from all of it. And I don't know if there was some sort of deception or lying, cheating possibly, but at the very least, maybe just emotional cheating, or just not being forthcoming. I mean, that can be deception, just not being forthcoming with feelings, if the whole cheating thing doesn't resonate. But yeah, it's like he's letting his ego really take the reins here rather than his heart. Because I think his heart is something that would like this connection to continue. But there was something maybe that was said, because we do have fire here. So it could have been someone else that even caught his eye or he was talking to without you knowing. Or maybe someone, if that doesn't resonate, since you last talked to him, maybe he's now in communication with someone new. But this to me, this is a message of hope for you. Whatever happens with Chris's energy or someone else, there is something for you. You're not going to be left hanging here. Maybe with Chris, possibly, but there's going to be someone in your future. That's for sure. Yeah, I do have the ability. I added him on Snapchat, but never reached out. Oh, he didn't tell me that he had a girlfriend at the time. There we go. Contacted me, then blocked me. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that with this combination here, he may still be with that girlfriend. Even if he did break up or whatever, I don't know. I'm picturing him very vividly in my mind's eye that he is with someone. And that's why he can't just put it all out there for you, because a lot of that, physical energy is being put into someone else. Could even be himself, but I really am reading this as like a significant other, a girlfriend. He didn't tell me. Yeah, he had a girlfriend at the time. She contacted me, then blocked. Oh wow, yeah. Let's see. Let's just see if he is still with this girlfriend. I really do think he is right now. Yeah, I think he is with her. But he's kind of, for him to even be talking with other people, it may not be a happy relationship, or there are parts of it that just don't fulfill him physically, possibly. um, this is so weird. You may have a very high like sex drive or thirst, I guess, for the female persuasion. A wandering eye, possibly. Like he might be making a choice in this relationship soon, either solidifying like, hey, we're getting engaged, or quite possibly breaking up. But as far as your long-term happiness, I see it's probably with someone else for you. You may be his best choice between you and his girlfriend, but he's not your best choice between him and some mystery person. Yeah. I think Spirit has someone else for you, and that's why this whole thing went down with Chris. Is he's, he might be fun and cute and all these things, but it's like the ego runs his part of things. Yeah, player energy, for sure. Like, that's exactly what I'm getting here. And he has a lot of plans that he never takes action on. Maybe he just scopes out a lot of girls but doesn't message them, but he's still like wandering eye. He's still looking, possibly even making plans. And I don't think you were the only one he was talking to on the side, if we're being honest here. But let's just see for Kelly's best path forward where Chris is concerned. Moving on. I'm really seeing this as a moving on energy, like an Eight of Cups is really the card they're showing me here. And then we have Two of Cups. Yeah, there is another soulmate relationship out there for you that's not Chris. That would be much better. I mean, look how filled up these two cups are, and they have all this beautiful emotional water around them. And it's very interesting. I think both you and this person, this future person for you, Kelly, have just gone through a pretty crappy situation, because these lotus, I know these are more lily pads, but Spirit's showing me the example of the lotus flower, how it grows up through the mud and the muck, and it's just beautiful, like unscathed from its environment. Like, it just came out beautiful. It did its healing, it did its inner work, and it's shining bright in all that mud. And I think both you and this future soulmate person for you, you're both had been through some sort of situation with a player or someone who couldn't commit or wasn't emotionally vulnerable. And between, the two of you, you need that deeper emotional commitment. And look at all the emotional commitment you have to offer, and this person has to offer you in this new connection. Yeah, there's someone new. And that's why this stuff happened with Chris, was to maybe, I guess, get you on the hook to realize that, ooh, I would love a relationship, but not this kind of Seven of Swords vibe we've got going on. And it's very interesting, because when we just had these three cards, I'm like, I'm already picking up his energy here, but this looks good. But reading it with these other clarifiers we pulled, it wasn't. Like maybe on the surface you thought, wow, this is great, this is good. But then as you started digging, or as this girlfriend messaged you, you realized there was a lot more going on deceptive wise than you had any idea of. And I think you would always wonder, even if you and him did get together and he left his girlfriend and la-di-da, you would always wonder, is he talking to other girls? Is he messaging people? What are his true intentions? I think you would always be left wondering. Whereas with this person, you know you're the one. And he knows you're the one. And there is no worry of wandering, nothing. Like, yeah. That turned back on there. I hope that resonated. Again, like Diamond's reading, that might not be exactly what you wanted to hear, but, you know, Tarot's going to let it play. And we got the Death card here. So the death of one situationship or relationship, whatever it was, can bring forth this new beautiful connection that is meant to be in your life, that is going to benefit you, that you are still, of course, going to grow from and learn from, but it's going to be much healthier for you. And, you know, Chris will do what Chris is going to do, I guess. Right, you're right. Aw, big hugs, Kelly. Thanks again for your donation. I wish I had better news, but maybe that is better news, right? Maybe this is just letting you know there is something really beautiful on the horizon for you, and you deserve it, Queen. You do. So don't ever forget that. You deserve someone who's willing to put in just as much effort into this relationship as you, because this is you dedicated and willing to learn the best way to be a great partner and to put in the love and the affection. Even when things get difficult, you're still going to push through. And that's what you deserve in a partner, not someone who's going to snake away and go look at other chicks on, you know, whatever app when things get difficult, like he did with his girlfriend. All right. Question is in PayPal. Okay, let me head on over to my email for Michelle. And this is our last question. So this might be our last one, unless someone donates, and we will fill in with that one at the end. But let's go over here. Michelle, question. So there was this cute guy talking to me that I met at my work, and he followed me on Instagram and would message me every day and then stop suddenly. Oh no. When this lady from my friends group asked who I was talking to, and it turns out she knows him. Is she the reason he stopped talking to me? This lady is like a second mom to my sister-in-law, so she's always around, and she's very loud and competitive and rude sometimes, but I never thought she had a problem with me personally. Okay, we're going to tune in. We're going to find out the tea. What's going on here? I keep saying the tea today. I don't know. I'm just in one of those moods, I guess. Okay, let's find out from Michelle. What's going on? Was this friend of a friend's, family's, sister-in-law's, mother's, someone's? Let me go back. Let's get it right. Okay. So this was, lady is a second mom to my sister-in-law. Okay, your sister-in-law, the one you're friends with. Okay. So she's kind of rude and competitive. Okay, so let's tune into her energy. Let's ask her higher self to come through. That's who we're asking. And of course, Michelle's guides, always, they're on deck. So is this woman the reason that this cute guy stopped talking to Michelle? And what's going on with that? Okay, that one. I'm going to get back to my camera view here. There we go. All right. Woo! All right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but I think there was a spiritual reason for this. I don't know. Could be karma. Could be something. Let's see. Let's see what we got. It's so weird because when this first came out, I'm like, that's the devil card. And then I'm like, no, wait, it's temperance. But then the devil card comes out. Yeah, I think she is using maybe a way she feels about you, or, oh no, there goes my battery. Let me change that real quick. We'll get this going. I'm glad I looked up and wasn't like done with your reading and then looked up and it was gone. No screen. Okay, let me see. Get this changed real quick. Apologies if it beeped. I don't think it beeped. I didn't hear it. I think we're good. Let's see. I'm going to have to refocus. So I turned off my autofocus because it'll put the box on my hand if I'm moving around. Okay. So let's turn this way right there. Move that cord out of the way. Quick little focus here. La-di-da. That and record. Okay, I'm going to charge this one and we'll get right back into this. Okay. So, it's very interesting. I don't think she said anything bad about you. It's just maybe the way she talked about you. He just, I don't know. It's a very interesting. I don't think that is the only reason. I think he may have a significant other, or quite possibly someone he's into and was flirting with you and maybe did like you, but I think there's someone else on his radar as well. But I do think she said something. Again, I don't think she was bad mouthing you though. It just might have been what she didn't say about you that caught him. I don't know. It's so weird. It's kind of a yes but no. Something she did say though. Very interesting. But it wasn't like she was bad mouthing you. So I don't think you have to worry. Yeah, she's kind of loud and stuff, but yeah. She always says weird things to me, like my hair is too long, or yeah, it could have been something like her just pretty much injecting her opinion into who you are or what you look like. That kind of, he was like, oh, really? Weird. Not that he probably believed it or not, but I'm seeing like maybe there's someone else on his radar. Yeah, it's her ex-boyfriend's mom. Okay, so she took her in for a while. Oh, makes sense. She always says weird things to me, like your hair's too long, or that a lady was looking at me funny. Oh, funny, yeah. Let's just see. What's this guy got going on? Ask his higher self to come in just to see where Michelle's concerned. What's he got going on? Yeah, he's involved in something. I don't think he's like dating anyone, but this to me feels like he's interested in someone, but he's got a lot on his plate. He might even be working a lot. Very, very, very much going on. Yeah. He's got his eye on someone else too. And I don't think he's probably the best. I mean, yeah, he might be fun and flirty and stuff, but I don't see him as great relationship material for you, Michelle. Long term, with what we got here. Long term, this to me feels like you may have met him for a reason, though. Could have been karmic, just to, kind of help you level up in some way. Because it's almost like maybe him not talking to you anymore made you kind of feel bad about yourself. And it's going to give you that kind of drive to feel good about yourself, whatever that looks like. When I told her I was talking to him, she sounded jealous. She was like, that's my friend. You like him? And that she thinks he's really cute. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, she could have just said something kind of abrasive, like, whatever. I don't think it was anything too bad, but I think he's also got other things going on. So it wasn't just what she said that was like, oh, I can't talk to Michelle anymore. It was more, man, I'm busy. I'm, got this girlfriend or, someone I'm interested in kind of thing. Yeah, the Tower and Eight of Wands. So he might have had something come up in his personal life or family that just kind of happened out of nowhere since you last talked to him. That's also kind of taking him away. Could be grief. Someone might have passed away in his family. Or something very, very unexpected or sudden happened, possibly at work or with his finances or with communication, something to do with his home life. Could have changed or shifted. Yeah. And I think you'll probably see him again. Let's see. It's just, yeah, I think he's just got a lot on his plate right now. Again, not that he's a bad person. He just got a lot going on. And probably isn't the best, love match for you long term. Yeah, this is a slow and steady energy here. So if you do see him again, it might be kind of sporadically here and there. And it might be a while. And then you see him. And then you don't see him again for a while. But then there he is again. Yeah. And it might kind of shift the way he talks to you. Or, when you approach him, he almost is more formal or kind of more acquaintance than it was before. But at the same time, he might then the next time you see him be flirty again. Like it's kind of confusing energy. But I think he's trying to be good. Like if he is dating someone, he's trying to be good. He's trying to be good. Yeah. But let's just see, because we kind of tuned into that energy. Let's just see if we can get a nice word of encouragement for Michelle moving forward, where this cute guy is concerned. Woo, there it is. Woo, we got come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps you get the job done. That's very interesting. How I'm actually reading this is there might be, very, very weird. The next time you see him, if he does come back into your work again, there might be another guy with him or that's in your work at the same time that is interested in you. Whoa, that took a turn. I didn't expect that. Very interesting. It's like a Three of Pentacles energy. It might be one of his friends or someone he shows up with. Or maybe someone that's at the bar and he just strikes up a conversation with that guy too. And I don't know. Very interesting. Kind of confusing energy. I'm going to get one more. Oh, no. I just get kind of bad vibes from her. And I hoped she wasn't bad talking me. Yeah, I don't think she was. It was more of a subconscious thing. Like, oh, like you said, like, oh, your hair's too long. Like, it's kind of more one of those things that she said it without realizing. It's like she has no self-awareness of how rude the thing she's saying comes off. And I think that might have been something she said to him, and he's kind of like, oh, really? Well, I didn't think that about her, but oh, okay. But I don't think, again, he put much stock into it. It's just he's got all this other stuff going on. Oh, wow. Let's see. One more of these for Michelle moving forward. I don't know if you guys are having some sort of celebration at your bar or at your work. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. Or maybe someone else coming in at work that really doesn't have anything to do with him, but maybe you're thinking about him. He's not even physically there, but you're thinking about him that day, wondering if he's going to come in, and someone else comes into your work and asks for your number or something. I mean, he doesn't literally physically have to be there, or this person physically have to come to the work with him, to your work with him. But yeah, I think someone might be asking for your number or asking you out from work at your job that may or may not be associated with this person. Oh, you just had your sister-in-law's birthday. Well, there you go. Maybe this person was at her birthday. I don't know. I just want to get one more. What is going on here? What is happening? Oh, it's your aunt's party this Sunday. Cool. Well, we got healing here. So I think whatever happens in this connection, you're going to be able to heal. Now's the time for you to give and receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. So whatever, come what may with this connection, you're going to be able to heal from it and be able to move on. But yeah, coming together, celebration. I think these celebrations and coming together and parties are helping you heal and realize there's more to life than just some cute guy that, he's acting weird now or whatever. Yeah. Because when it's right, and no one, anything says is going to get in the way. And you might even meet this person through a friend, a new person, someone who's protective of your energy. Could be your sister-in-law. You're meeting this new person, possibly at work through your sister-in-law. Friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support you and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. Yeah. Yeah, your place of work really does play a major role in your life. You spend a lot of hours there. There's a lot of, even after hours, there's a lot of get-togethers there and just like community there. So it's almost like that Central Perk in Friends. Like it's a gathering place. Even when you're not working, you're there sometimes having fun. And so, of course, the potential to meet people is there. So cool. All right, we got another donation from Kelly. Awesome. Kelly, go ahead and just post it because we are finished with the lineup I had going on, so we can just get right into it for you. All right. Just get all these put away. Take a drink of my water. Yeah, you like it there. Yeah, it feels like a fun vibe for sure. It's a good place to hang for sure. Oh, and my sister got me this deck for my birthday. I can't remember the exact name. Here it is. Crystal Message Cards. I'd never heard of this one, but she got it at the local record /bookstore. They sell a lot of tarot stuff. And oh my gosh, I gotta show you this other thing she got me for my birthday. It was hilarious. Right here. Betty White. Saint Betty White. It's just, I think, a 7-day candle, or, I mean, this candle will go for a while, however long day it is. But isn't that cute? Little Betty White with her cross and her robes and her very Hierophant energy going on here. All right. I don't know why I wanted to show that. I just did. I'm going to take a drink of my water. Okay. Isn't that funny? I loved it. I'm like, oh my god, it's Betty White. It's funny, my husband, he's known I've loved Golden Girls since I was a little kid. Back in the 80s. Would watch it at my grandma's house all the time. And then my little brother even would watch it with me. We had fun. But my husband bought me, I think from Walmart, he got me Golden Girls socks. I've got like a pair with each lady and then a couple that say like Stay Golden on it. Like, oh, I love them. All right, for Kelly. Kelly says, will I move out to a new apartment soon with my daughter, stable with money? Okay, we're going to tune into the theme or overall energy with this deck. These are super cool. Again, my sister got me these for my birthday, so I felt the need to pull them out right before your reading, so I think there's a reason for it. Okay, so I don't know, with this tolerance card here, with the lion skin crystal, there might be certain things about this situation where you're living that are almost intolerable now. You're like, I've got to get out of this place. Maybe the vibe is off. Maybe like things are broken down around there, or it's just not a great location in like the neighborhood. There's something about your physical surroundings where you're currently at that you're starting to not tolerate anymore. You're wanting to move in a direction that feels more emotionally fulfilling to you, more lovely, more high vibe, maybe close to water. I don't know why I'm getting that, but Spirit showed me like a river or a stream, a pond. Nothing like a big area of water like an ocean front or anything like that, but like a more local contained area of water. Could even be a local park with like a pond or a stream or a creek, something like this. Where you move next will have this, because you are meant to, the thing has become so intolerable because it's time for you to move. It's time. The time is now. Spirit's showing me for sure. It's definitely about timing, and I'm getting chills. So Spirit is definitely helping you with this, Kelly. So please, if you haven't already, I'm sure you have, literally just ask Spirit, your guides, angels, crossed over loved ones, your own higher self, for a new direction. Say, I'm done. I'm done here. I'm no longer tolerating this crap. I'm done. I'm out of here. Where am I going now? And literally saying those words out loud. This may be quick moving, because they just showed me the 8 of Wands in my mind's eye. But it's going to be a place that's much better suited. And you're going to fall in love with this place, this next place. They're showing me you walking through this apartment. You're like, I love it. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It may not be as big as you wanted it to be, but there's something so cozy and lovely about it. And the location is great that you're like, I love it, but there's just no way I'm going to get it, because I'm sure there's other people with applications in and da-da-da. But no, you're going to be the one to get it, because Spirit is putting you into a new place that there's something creative you're wanting to do, or you've been trying to do or manifest, that you've been feeling held back because your environment just isn't a great place to manifest from right now. But when you move to this new place, you're going to be manifesting like a crazy lady. Like, it's just going to be flowing and coming in. Maybe even like creative ideas or spiritual connection. Your spiritual connection's really going to be on point. Ooh, I got major chills now. Crown chakra activation. And have you been getting a lot of headaches? They're showing me like kind of the back of the head going up to the center of the forehead too. There is like that mouth. Oh, my major crown tingles. There's a lot of like throat chakra, mouth of God, or zeal chakra. That's that, like, if you feel that little ball joint on the back of your head where your neck meets your head, that little ball joint. There's a chakra called the mouth of God that's pretty much dormant in most people, but a lot of spiritual people, that's either been coming online for a while, or it's just now coming online for you. Maybe even tension in your shoulders and your upper back, your neck, just a lot of random neck pain. You're like, man, I must have slept wrong or something. They're really going off. I mean, do you see these goosebumps on me, they are trying to get you to go somewhere else. There's something you're not seeing clearly about your path ahead, and you're going to detonate your own tower about it. You're excited to detonate this tower because you're not tolerating this crap anymore. But you're upgrading. You've got major spiritual upgrades going on in your higher chakra specifically. But with all of that higher chakra activation, Kelly, Spirit is showing me it's more important than ever for you to be grounded, to get out and really connect your root. If you can't physically get out, if it's really difficult, just literally envisioning roots growing from your root chakra, almost like a tail. Spirit showed me like a tail. Or roots from the bottom of your feet, really diving into Mother Earth. Or if you can literally get out barefoot on Mother Earth, that would be perfect. Specifically near water. Water's so important. I don't know if you take a lot of baths or cleansing showers, or you just love to be near water or want to live near water. There's something with water with you that would be really beneficial to you. But let's just see. Yeah, all these upgrades are going on and things are becoming intolerable. And with lion skin here, there might even be some, like, I don't know, specifically on your arms and face, possibly your chest, like breakouts, or like a rash, or something like this, where you might think, well, am I allergic to something? This isn't something you're physically putting on your body that you're allergic to. This is your body purging. There's a lot of purging going on. Maybe some acne, some skin irritation, stuff like this. But it's not anything you're doing wrong. Your body's purging. With all these upgrades, your body's purging this dense energy. This could even be like old emotions, trapped, stuff from the past that's purging out through your skin, literally purging out. Like you're physically seeing this stuff purge. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Your hard work is paying off here. And this is something from a past life too, Kelly, that you did beautiful work, and almost like they're showing me like you sacrificed yourself in some way. And this does involve your daughter from a past life. You sacrificed yourself for your daughter to live in a past life, and that reward for you doing that in that life is going to come forward. Something, I don't know if your daughter, I don't know how old your daughter is, but they're showing me the number 6. So I don't know if it's like, if she is 6 or 6th grade, or when she is going to be that age or has been that age, if she is going to win some sort of reward or be awarded something or a prize for something. Wow, this reading of yours, Kelly, is so all over the place. This is just crazy. I'm rolling with it, though. I don't know what's going on, but I got chills everywhere. And then 7 of Swords. Yeah, you were deceived. Maybe even have dealt with your daughter's father. There was some sort of deception there, or you thought he was someone he wasn't. But your daughter is one of your, like, biggest accomplishments. And she is such a guiding light for you. Oh, 3 years old. Oh, cute. Wow, that's so interesting with the 3. So 3 plus 3 would be 6. Yeah, so there's something coming up. I don't know if she's really artistic, because I keep seeing like her painting or drawing, or like entering some sort of coloring contest or something with school. So like 3 years from now. Or maybe you're wanting to move too, because you're going to get her in a better school system, or get her closer to schools that are more creative, because she is a very creative soul. And the place you're going to be able to move, not only is your creativity going to explode, so is hers. Okay, yeah. Something with her school. She's going to be very creative. Yeah, Knight of Wands. This is beautiful, passionate, creative energy in a card right here. And for her to be able to really thrive, she's going to thrive in a new environment. Even if she's at the same school, that's fine. But like a living environment, when you move, she's just going to thrive creatively, spiritually even. She's probably going to be talking about, I don't know, some sort of spiritual, maybe be a spirit animal. She might be really attached. I don't know if she has a specific stuffed animal that she almost treats like it's a real person or a real animal. But she has a very close connection specifically to wolves, is what they are showing me. I'm going to almost grab my spirit guide deck, or spirit animal deck, if I can find it. Let me just stand up and look. Because they're showing me a specific deck that I have, and I'm not seeing it anywhere. Where is it? I normally have it tucked under my little shoe organizer I sit on here, but I'm not seeing it. Well, regardless, there it is. Yay. I'm like, regardless, I'm going to find it. And I found it. Okay, so there's another spirit guide. This is a message specifically for your daughter, but yeah, she is the reason you're strong. She is such a guiding light for you. And there might be things she'll say to you very randomly, Kelly, that you're like, how did she know I needed to hear that right now? Maybe she's already done this, but she's going to continue to strengthen this connection, this bond between you and her, that you're just going to be like, wow, you're like a living spirit guide to me. It's so beautiful. But let's see. Any other spirit animals or guides, messages that want to come forward for Kelly and her daughter? Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. And this isn't you like waiting, because I think you're taking action to get out of where you're at. But this is almost like spirit saying, you just wait and see all the beautiful blessings coming for you, because we have the 53 here, which is about taking action. So this isn't literally you just watching and waiting around where you're at for the perfect place to come. No, this is you getting out there, finding this perfect place, bringing it to you. You're going toward it. It's coming toward you. You're taking action, 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 action toward what you want. And then you just wait and see how amazing everything lines up for you. We didn't even really need that many cards, but wow, Spirit really delivered with that. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Brown Bear Spirit. Take time out, which is funny because watch and wait, take time out. There is this element of taking action toward moving, but there's also this patience or just taking care of yourselves and having fun and taking things slow in day-to-day life. So if you've been really busy at work or stressed out, or, this is that indication that you do need a break or kind of a reset, but you're still taking action toward finding a new home because you're closing out the cycle where you're at. This is about to end for you and start something completely new and beautiful. And it's exciting. It's an exciting feeling. So kind of use your intuition when to take action, when to pull back. You're going to know what to do. And look, there's the wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Number 67. And 6 plus 7 equals what? 13? So that adds up to 4, which, 4 of wands, building stability, security, support and love from your guides and angels. And of course, 4 of wands is a new home, celebrating, getting a new home. So yeah, I do see this being an absolute, not just, oh, that would be nice, but like you really need a better location, a better environment, Kelly. And you're going to get it. It's just a matter of maybe waiting and seeing, but of course you're taking action to go find that place. And when the timing is right, it'll line up and you will find it. All right. Yes. Big hugs, Kelly. I hope that resonated for you. All right, I'm going to put this over here because I can't find a spot down there for it. So I think that is all the donations. I think so. Okay, so let's see what's coming up for me. We've got, well, today I did post on my main channel. First thing linked in the description below. We have a good things coming your way. Pick a card. So if you haven't seen that one, that's live right now over on my main channel. First thing linked in the description below. I will also be back here on Friday, so just a couple more days to do a nice collective eclipse reading for all of us. These big changes, these big transformations we're hoping to create in our lives, we're going to tune into that energy. And of course, my patrons, we're going to be doing a deeper dive on that and also pick a card kind of reading over there with that on Patreon tomorrow. We're going to live stream that one on Patreon. And then, of course, Patreon on Friday night, we do have the personal readings live stream. So yeah, join us for that, those who are patrons. And then I'm taking the month of May off on Patreon. So any of my patrons will just still be kind of held in stasis. You'll still have access to everything, but it's not charging you for May and possibly even June, so that I can take that time to write my books and really focus on my story world. And anyone interested in checking out my writing channel where I do my vlogging and talking about my writing, it is also linked in the description below, I believe. It's just called Amanda Keeperdun AuthorTube channel or writing channel. I think I called it in the description. I'm trying to think of anything else I have coming up. No, I think that's about it. And you're so welcome, Kelly. Absolutely. All right. Oh my God. Thank you so much. You're very gifted. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't always feel that way, but it's just leaning into that trust. And so, like, when Spirit's giving me the most random and taking your moving reading off on 54 different tangents. Ooh, the number 54, that adds up to 9. There's closing out that cycle, really living that passion and purpose. I just trust it. How about we get a message for everyone who's still here? All right, we're just going to pull maybe one of these. Let's just do one of these for everyone who's still here. Everyone who's still here. This message can apply to you, or you can just leave it if you don't want it. Too many. All right, Spirit, just one clear message for all of us who are still here. Ooh, we got pink opal, reconciliation. And I'm really seeing this more, instead of it being about people, this to me feels like reconciliation of your own dreams, your own wishes, your own goals, your own desires. Like for me personally, this is me reconciling, getting that writing project back on track. So anyway, but if this resonates for you personally as, you know, a relationship, that can be, doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friend, a family member, whatever resonates. But pink is the color associated with love. And opal is a crystal for October-born Libras. The sign for relationship, peace, and harmony. Pink opal can assist in mending quarrels and bringing reconciliation between partners. It helps one release tension, forgive the past, and focus on seeing one another through eyes of love. So maybe there's not reconciling as in energetically getting back with someone, but forgiving a past partner that you're now broken up with to be able to heal your current connection to your own self and any further or possible present love connections. Because healing the past can absolutely help shape and shift the future. Yeah, you can donate one more. I'm still here. Why not? Why not? Why not? All right. Oh, you saw amethyst, rose quartz, and clear quartz crystals in my dreams Monday morning. Ooh, that's so cool. And one thing you can do is you can just go look up what each of those mean. You know, find a site online or whatever intuitively you're guided to look up what those mean. And, you know, bring you some messages from that guidance. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I had been having some really weird dreams. I actually had a past life dream for the first time in I can't even tell you how many years the other night. I was dressed like in like 1800s, like with the big, you know, big skirts and the hats with the feathers and everything. And take a drink of my water. And anyway, I was like flirting. I felt like I was probably 16 to 18 years old. And I was flirting really hard with this boy, also 16 to 18 years old. And somehow, some way, I just knew it was my husband in this life. But he didn't look like himself. And I sure didn't look like myself in the dream. And when I woke up, the first thing I thought was, that's a past life. And then I was like, wow, how cool. I haven't had a dream like that in a long time. Long time. Very interesting for sure. But yeah, I've been having, and then another dream I had while we're waiting for Kelly. It was, so I don't know about you guys, but when I try to make a phone call or take a picture in a dream, like it just rarely works out in my favor. Like either I keep messing up the numbers and I have to keep, and I get more and more frustrated. It just won't work. But I had like an old school, like I'll grab one. I actually see one up here. I had like an old school camera like this, like digital camera in my dream. And I turned it on because I saw a bald eagle flying. So I was going to take a picture of the bald eagle, but it flew away. But then another bald eagle came and my camera was out. So I took a picture of that one. But in like with my eyes, I didn't see the bald eagle. Or I mean, I did see the bald eagle. But when I went back to show the people who I didn't know beside me the picture, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got the bald eagle on camera. I took a picture, look at it. And I turned, I went to the picture on the screen. And not only was there a bald eagle in the picture, but there was also a cougar or mountain lion or a puma, I think is the other word for it. And then right behind that was a bobcat, wild bobcat. But they weren't there when I took the picture, but they were in the picture. And then I heard like a ruckus, like back behind the building I was sitting in front of. And I looked back and I saw a tiger attacking something. And I got all scared. And me and the girl and some guy, I don't know these people. I don't know them. I can't even remember what they look like. But we all hopped in this like old 90s like Ford Ranger pickup truck. It was gray. It had some sort of logo on the outside, but I don't remember. We all just hop in, and we had the old school locks where you actually have to push them down. They don't just power down with the lock button. And we locked ourselves in, waiting and hoping that the tiger would leave. And I don't know if the tiger attacked an animal or a person. Like that part of the dream was over, but I got out. I was still kind of afraid, but I went in the building that I was kind of sitting in front of to take the picture. And in there was my friend who passed away. I don't know 100% if he's my twin flame, but at the very least, I know he's like a soulmate connection, my best friend that died. But he was in there and he was really mad at me. And I'm trying to explain myself, and like he just wouldn't believe me. And then I woke up. It was so weird. Oh, there goes my thing. Okay, Kelly has her question out. But yeah, sometimes your dreams are just like, what is happening right now? But I went and looked up every single one of those animals, spirit animals, and got like such a relevant message to what I'm going through in just, these transitions and wanting to get back with my creativity and writing. Like, I was just blown away by how accurate that message was, even though it had nothing to do with what I'm doing in my waking life. Looking up the symbols and just intuitively feeling into what would this mean? What do I think this means? It really made a lot of sense. I relate to those kind of dreams where I can't seem to dial out. I know, it's so weird. It's like I got to make a phone call and I can't do it. I just can't do it. So weird. So will my daughter's father try to sabotage my move? He still lives with me. He's a Cancer. Oh, okay. Tell me about it. I have them 3 to 4 nights a week. Oh my gosh, that can be exhausting. Because sometimes unpacking a dream like that takes work. I was like looking things up about it for like over an hour that morning. And I'm just like, wow, what does this mean? Don't get me wrong, it's intriguing, but it's also kind of exhausting to try to decode everything. And yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, you wake up tired. I woke up so tired that morning. I'm like, can I just go back to bed? Okay. Will my daughter's father try to sabotage my move? He still lives with me. He's a Cancer. Yeah. It's very interesting because, I know you meant Cancer like the astrological sign, but I'm hearing it almost like Cancer eating away at your dreams or eating away at your happiness or your future. Not that he literally is, but it's almost like you feel like his energy weighs you down in some way. Like that's how I'm reading that. And that like collective card that I pulled right before this, I think that was also like part of your reading right now. Wow, that forgiveness, that pink opal, I think. Oh my gosh, where was it? There it is, reconciliation. And again, I don't see this as you reconciling with him to make this a relationship moving forward, but I see this as you forgiving and releasing that tension between the two of you and focus on seeing one another through the eyes of love and the fact that you created a child together. Maybe that's what inspired you to donate for this question. I don't know. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling your energy here. It doesn't mean you have to get back together or drag him along to your next place. You don't. And wow, look, we got 4 of Wands on the back of the deck. So new home. New home. I don't think he can stand in the way. No matter what he tries to do, he can't stand in the way of your new home. It's meant for you. It's already in the cards for you. That new home's coming. I don't know if you plan to have him move with you or what, but we can tune into that energy. We'll just see what's going on with this move. If this Cancer father energy of your daughter is going to try to sabotage it, or what's going on there. Ooh. Well, we got 5 of Cups, but it kind of came in sideways. So I'm almost reading this as both the upright and the reversal of the 5 of Cups, which to me, this feels like you, instead of focusing on how he's going to sabotage you, I'm really seeing you envisioning this future soulmate connection with someone, some possible mystery person out there, and moving on and just having your own space. I don't see him coming with you because it's like the celebration or the union, the coming together that you once had, that's over. Those cups have spilled. That's the past. And looking forward to the future is, you uniting first and foremost with your own higher self, your own inner self. And then after that, another soulmate connection that I think eventually you will live with. But I think for a while, it will be you and your daughter being able to, do your thing, just live together. He can figure out his living situation. You can figure out yours. I mean, if you guys were amicable and things feel good to live more as roommates, kind of co-parenting, I mean, you could totally do that. But I'm not really getting the vibe that that's what you want or even what's happening. It, to me, feels more stressful, more weighed down, and like burdensome to have him constantly in your energy than if you had your own space. Yes, I've been manifesting. Right. Yeah. You want to be distant from him. Yeah, I'm totally seeing you're going to be able to do that. Let's just see anything else Kelly needs to know about this situation. Yeah, you're going to have your victory. Yeah, you're going to get rewarded for what, that hard work you put in with that Nine of Pentacles in your last reading about being able to move. You're going to get your victory here. You're going to be able to literally fly away from where you're at, the toxicity of the place, feeling burdened, feeling weighed down, feeling stressed out, just even wanting to be moving away. Oh, and look what's on the back of the deck, that Nine of Pentacles. All that hard work and effort, you gave this relationship all you could. I mean, you wrung out every last drop and tried. You gave it forth all the effort you could just to make sure that there wasn't still just maybe one little spark of something there, because you wanted to make good and sure that you gave it your best. I don't think he gave the relationship the same consolation, because I'm really reading that emotionally he wasn't forthcoming. And at other times he was emotionally forthcoming, but in a way that made you feel like he was accusing you of not being enough or not doing enough, or almost like blaming you for his own problems in a way. And you don't deserve that. Yeah, but being able to move, if he's going to try to sabotage this or what. Well, we have the Fool here, so that's new beginning. And I don't really see any kind of negativity with this Fool at all. I don't see him acting a fool, like, in that way, but I think he will take this as his indication that it's time for him to move on as well. Yeah, narcissistic in a way. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see, like, a full-blown narcissist here, but I think his, got tendencies because of the way he grew up. I really am seeing that. It's very, this is similar, kind of with how your other reading with Chris, was his name? How he grew up. But I think this is more on the father's side of your daughter's father. It's more his father's side that was the toxicity for him more than the mother. Not to say the mother wasn't for your daughter's father, but yeah, this is going to be a clean break for him to be able to maybe get his ish together a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, his father's very abusive. Yep, that's what I'm seeing here. All right. Yeah, Temperance. We've got here, this is all about you being able to, have that beautiful home life, beautiful connection. Oh, wow. I just put my hand up to my throat and I could hear I can do it again. I can hear the echo of it in my left ear. Almost like I'm hearing my own voice through a phone in my left ear and also hearing it right now. What? I didn't know that was a thing. Weird. It's almost like, I don't know why I felt the need to put my hand on my neck, but it's almost like you can't speak your truth or even think your own truth living in the same house as him. And it's been very stifling to your creativity, to your energy, to your manifestation. And I think that is why, it's just intolerable now for you to stay in his energy. It may not even be the apartment itself or the place that you're living itself that is the toxicity. I think it's his energy. And just you being able to move away from that energy will help you get back in alignment with everything that you're wanting to do and accomplish and be. Not to say, though, that if he did move out, because I think there's just too many memories in the place you're in and you're just ready for a new start completely anyway. So even though it may not be, the exact place, it's his energy stamped on it that is what you're wanting to remove yourself from, which is totally valid. And cutting cords from that can really help. Yeah, he shuts you down all the time. Yeah, and I just don't think there's any reasoning with him. So you're going to have to do what you're going to have to do to move. But I think he, as far as him making this difficult for you, he might try to speak his truth and speak it over you and try to prove, well, no, I'm right because X, Y, and Z. But you're just like, well, I'm done. So, you go lead your life. I'm going to lead my life. We'll share custody or, whatever it is you plan to do with your daughter and the whole custody thing or whatever, because you're choosing you. This is exactly what this Ace of Cups is indicating. You are choosing you so that you can later choose a better soulmate connection that's in alignment with you. And, I'm also reading this as you and your daughter. And it's like his baggage, his, energy is not just one cup here, but it's taking up a lot of your mental energy, your physical and emotional energy. Like just getting home and he's there, it's like you're physically just yawning and tired and just, like shutting down. And it's not like he's doing this on purpose. I don't see him purposely doing this. But the energy, it's like the welcome has worn itself out, if that makes sense, and you're just ready to move on. And I don't know, is he out of work currently or just not liking his job? There's something with his job that's not fulfilling right now for him, and he's kind of taking that out on you. Ooh, I got major chills too. But yeah, Spirit's coming in with this Justice on the back of the deck to say, yeah, Justice is gonna, things will pan out the way they're supposed to, and, everyone's gonna get their fair shake when you do separate from this housing situation and kind of co-parenting the way you are, to have a new way to co-parent. I don't know if you have the court system involved or if you will, but whatever you decide to do, you're going to feel like things are fair for you. Yeah, he's not liking his coworkers. Okay, that could be it. Yeah, he almost feels like he has to defend himself even at work is kind of what I'm getting. But yeah, this is you literally taking control back of you loving you, dating you, being there for you, and of course your daughter. I mean, she's included in all of this. For you to be able to move and get your victory. But yeah, he might kind of put up a fight a little bit because he doesn't want things to change as far as maybe having a little bit of manipulative control over you with that kind of little narcissistic vibe going on. But also, rent will increase for him, not having someone to split it with possibly, or, maybe him just thinking, well, yeah, things aren't great here, but at least I know what to expect. Where if you just up and move out, that creates a whole new timeline for him that he's going to have to buck up and do something different. Yeah. But I think you're going to be able to do what you want. You have that Six of Wands there and Justice. So you're in the Temperance, which is about being able to balance as well. Sagittarius energy, Libra energy. And that's interesting. This talked about Libra here as well, specifically October. So I don't know if there's something relevant about October for you, Kelly, or if this is something between now and October that's going to happen to where he's not giving you so much pushback. He's just going to, I won't say he's just going to go along with everything you want, but it's going to feel more balanced, or you're in more harmony with him come October than you are now. And I think it's because you're removing your energy from the same household. Oh, you're a Libra. There you go. That's you. Yeah, that's you. Definitely taking the situation into your own hands and you being the one to take that effort and take that action to make your hard work pay off in a new home, in a new place, new beginning, new love with you. Yes! You got this, Kelly. I think you're going to do just fine. But, he might try to, make himself feel like the victim here. Like, why are you leaving? This is making everything difficult for me. And it's all about him, really. When it should really be all about your daughter. But yeah, he's making it all about him. But you're making it about you and your daughter, come what may. And that's the exact way to go about it. It's like you're taking charge of your own financial future, your own, literal security and stability here. And you're going to be able to do that for sure. But yeah, I don't see him just walking away la-di-da. He's probably going to put up a little bit of resistance about it, but more to be, his wounded pride and all that, rather than him actually being against you moving, if that makes sense. Or him having to now reroute everything he had planned. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what Spirit's saying. Yeah, because you've outgrown the situation, you've outgrown the relationship. You're ready for more growth in a new direction. Something that feels so much more supportive and successful. Golden quartz, yes. All right, so I already filled everyone in on what's coming up for me, so I won't bore you with those details again. Anyone just joining us, before I started Kelly's reading, I let you guys know all the places I'm going to be over the next week or so, but I will be back here again Friday, and of course Woo Woo Wednesday, as long as I don't have a headache or something, like anything crazy go on. But yeah, I'm pretty much try to, show up when I can. But now that I just quit taking those antibiotics, I think I'm going to be much better. No more dizziness, no more nausea. Ugh, I don't like taking things that make me feel like that. Ugh. All right. Oh, we got one from Pika Lee. She's at work, so she can't stay. We just got a donation. I guess I talked so long we got a donation. It's probably a good thing, though, because that donation came through, and if I would have stopped, I'd have had to hold her over for Friday. But she's at work, so I'm going to go ahead and read that, and we'll do her reading real quick before we go. Okay, so we have here, Pika Lee. Can't stay because I'm at work. Any messages from source, higher self, ancestors, angel, guides, spirit, all the above. Love life has gotten spicy with Leo, but I want to make sure I'm following my highest good. Oh my goodness. I knew we weren't done hearing from Leo. I knew it. But you are the one in charge here. You are the one in charge of if this becomes a big thing or fizzles out. We already know this, Pika Lee. So we're at 220. Let's say 219.50. Oh, there we are. So you're basically the end of the road here. Timestamp would be 220 or 219. Sorry, let me start over. Backpedal. 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 50 seconds was, I think, when you came on my radar, Pika Lee. Yes. Oh, you are so welcome, Kelly. You're amazing too. Don't ever forget that, my dear. Hey, y'all, can't stay, but wanted to say thank you and love you. Love you too. Thank you. You're welcome. All the things. Okay. Let's tune in for the spiciness of this love life, making sure that Pika Lee is doing what's in the highest good for her. What does she need to know about this love connection with Leo and everything going on there? All right. Well. Yes. Oh my gosh. I got to show you what I was looking at before I even flip those. Okay, back of the deck, we got the lovers. So yeah, we've already determined there is a, soulmate connection between you and Leo, and that's why that connection is, hot and then cold and then hot again, all the fun things. But yeah, you might be like, wow, things are great, but am I not seeing something? When's the other shoe going to drop? What's going on with this? But I really do think he has done a lot of growing up since we, really first started tuning into his energy of him kind of, being the more flirty one. I mean, he never really too much cut off the communication that I can remember. Not like Scorpio did, but what I see, I got major chills now. So yeah, I think Spirit is definitely ready to come along for the ride with this union here between the two of you. But yeah, this to me feels like you may even be judging yourself. Like, am I taking a step back by, entertaining his energy again? But it feels good, so like, why not? I think he's kind of come up to your level. I don't think he's anywhere quite near your level, spiritually speaking. But I think he's, done a couple rungs up his ladder there. I think he really has done some inner work. Even if this is just in the dream state, because a lot of times when we, when we're not awake, as far as like spiritually awakened, we can still be spiritual beings and have some human experiences and spiritual experiences, but not really feel spiritual, but still be doing the spiritual work by doing the human work. So I think he's done a lot of spiritual and human work, more human work in the waking life and spiritual work in his not so waking life or his like dream state, if that makes sense. But yeah, he's done some work. He's leveled himself up enough to really come back on your radar, where maybe before you're like, there's just no way. Why am I back on this Leo train? I don't get it. You don't have to get it. That's the thing. Spirit's saying you don't have to get why or justify, well, in the past he did this or said that or wasn't good enough then, wasn't whatever. Of course, the past builds on itself and all this, but I think you're seeing him with new eyes. And I know the Two of Swords, this is more of a blind card, but I'm actually reading this more of you going within and seeing a side of him you didn't see with your physical eyes before or sense with your just, five senses before. It's like you're sensing beneath the surface of the connection the two of you share. And this to me feels like you're seeing him in a new way. It's like on Beauty and the Beast. I'm seeing something that wasn't there before, or whatever that song is that they play when Beauty starts to really like the Beast, and she's not just putting up with him, but actually having fun with him. I think there's something there that wasn't there before. Yeah, that's the lyric, the song lyric, and yeah, it's like everyone around you that you guys are mutual friends or family or whatever around you. It's like they are starting to see this dynamic between the two of you shift as well. So anyone you guys have in common, they might be commenting like, "Oh, okay, what's going on here? I see I see there's a definite change here. Like, what have you done different? Like, what is happening here?" And I don't know if there was something you did differently with your hair or makeup routine, something to do with your like beauty regimen, maybe even the way you dress, because they're just kind of highlighting mostly the face or the hair, but it could, technically also be like way you dress or wanting to get dressed up. Girl, you're on point. Yes. um, but there's something you recently did differently. Whether you did this shift or change, or maybe this is something you're wanting to do, shift or change with your looks or the way you express yourself, like, with your makeup, your hair, your clothes that you're wanting to do. Maybe someone or something sparked that, but you doing that, or if you haven't yet, you then taking action to do that, it's like you're falling in love with yourself. And then you're seeing that beautiful expression of love in Leo because he's mirroring it back to you. It's beautiful. Oh, you changed your hairstyle the day we met up with him. There you go. That's exactly what it was. It's like that shift you did with yourself helped you see you another way, or a deeper love for yourself. Major chills on the crown too. Yeah, this is your higher self stepping in for sure to help you see your own light. And as a result of you seeing your own light, you saw something there that wasn't there before. I know it was extremely off key, and I was trying to imitate Mrs. Potts, but I didn't do a great job. I hope you know the song I'm referring to because it's pretty awkward if you don't. Beauty and the Beast, Disney version. Also, got a different outfit that's more spicy than what. Yeah. That's you feeling yourself, queen. That's exactly what this is. But I would say don't judge yourself or try to hold yourself to those past standards you held yourself or Leo to, because the game has changed. The game has shifted. You're on a different timeline where he's a higher version of himself. And I think he's going to continue to evolve as he sees you mirroring back to him his own divinity, the way he's been mirroring your divinity to you, if that makes sense. But there's victory here. Yeah, there's that new beginning, literally, with a relationship or communication. Maybe some really deep heart-to-heart conversations that you maybe even are still scratching your head like, wow, I didn't realize he could be that deep, or say things so eloquently. Like he's just communicating with it a whole new way, or it's just on a whole new level or a whole new depth than you experienced talking to him before. And of course, from the ace to the two, we have progression here. So things are moving forward in a beautiful way for you guys. I like it. I want to get more though. Let's get some tea. I want to go back here. Let's see, just anything Picoli needs to know about her connection with Leo. From spirit, from her higher self. Exactly. I was shook at the growth. Yes. And it's like, it's just out of nowhere. Like, where did that come from? That's why you're still kind of like, huh? Was I really blind this whole time and didn't see that? Or like, what's going on here? All right. Picoli and Leo energy growth going on there. Yeah, major growth. All right. So we have love. Yes. And boundaries. Yeah. It's very interesting because I'm really reading this as you putting up that energy, the whole cutting off communication with him and Scorpio you did a while back. And then you felt bad about it. And you're like, okay, maybe I can let you in a little more than I did. And I'll entertain the thought of being your friend or flirty or whatever this is. We don't know. I think that really helped him realize if he didn't step into this more authentic version of himself, this higher version of himself, he would lose you as a potential love interest. But that was exactly what you needed to do. So don't feel bad, like, man, if I hadn't cut him out back then and, had this whole weird thing we were for a minute, and then, I knew he liked me, but I didn't like him, and, all the steps you've been in between then and now, that had to happen. Like, that's what Spirit's saying. This had to happen. You're trying to hide at work. I love it. I love it. Picoli, I wouldn't have it any other way. But yes, it's very funny because not before your reading, but before Kelly's reading that I did right before yours, I had a dream about a tiger. And there's that tiger coming out. So maybe there was something that I had talked about in that dream. If you want to scrub back when your reading's over or watch this later, right before the last reading I did before yours, we were talking about dreams. So maybe there's a message in those dreams for you? I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe that's when you came into the conversation. I don't know. But we've got a heart shield here. So it's almost like a metal heart. Like my heart was closed off before, but it's like now you're opening it because look how warm and inviting the heart is behind here. So it's like almost like Queen of Swords. Like I'm gonna play my emotions and my, what I think of you, what I feel for you, really close to the chest until I know you're serious about this connection. And now you can allow the ice to thaw and the walls to come down and really allow him in a whole new way. Let me get one more. I think there's one more message in this for you. Ooh, the Divine Feminine. This was on the back of the deck when I shuffled and set it here. So yeah, this is him even embodying that Divine Feminine, but also this was you really allowing yourself to treat you as that queen that you are, to be able to allow him to then reciprocate that and treat you as the queen that you are. Because I think that, he was coming in as a very page, possibly Knight of Swords before, or Knight of Cups even. He talks a big game because he's always been flirty and laying it on thick with that. I can really sense that from the first time I tuned in his energy. He's not afraid to say words. It's just him following through with those words that remains to be seen. But I think now he's ready to, put his money where his mouth is, so to speak. And you knowing and honoring and loving your divine inner aspect of the feminine side of you has allowed him to then do the same for himself, for his inner divine feminine, to tune into his emotions, but also that beautiful divine feminine within you that makes him want to almost be that, divine masculine counterpart to that beautiful divine feminine energy you've been playing forward with or, bringing to the table. Very interesting. I don't think this is complete yet. There's something else that wants to come through. Let's get some tea from the tea leaf oracles. Anything else Spirit wants Pika to know about this connection with Leo? Well, you literally have two cards saying love. This could be a long-term partnership. I mean, I did not expect this from him, months and months ago at all. But whoop, there it is. Like he's even, he has even surprised me. So fear, worries, tense situations. And I think this is you, because, we got the Ace of Swords. That's one sword here. We have the Ace. I think this is more your fears about this possible whatever and, what it used to be and what it is now, rather than the actual thing in front of you. Because, again, I wasn't reading this Two of Swords as straight up Two of Swords before either. And I'm not reading this dagger as anything you need to worry or fear or have a tense situation about in the future. Not to say there won't be, but I mean, yeah, I don't. Ooh, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. And, you can just interpret this as, taking your relationship to the next level. So if you guys are just kind of dating or, whatever it is you're considered now, taking that to the next logical level would be how I'm reading this right now. But long term, this could be, dealings or relationships with an older man. So I can't recall if he is older than you or not. If he's not, this is just him showing up as a more mature version of himself, if that is the case. So if he is younger than you, it's like he's showing up as that more mature version, which is exactly what you've wanted this whole time. Yeah, same. Wait, let me see. Preach. I just called to check up on him and he immediately made plans to meet up. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my God, same. The way he looked at me was like he was saying he loved me. Yeah. He's had this big spiritual awakening where Pika Lee is concerned. And we have chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. And of course, he's not new, but I'm reading this as his new energy he's bringing to the table. He's literally now has a seat at this queenly table. I'm always talking about, who deserves a seat at your table? He finally does now. Before he really didn't. I mean, at times maybe sure, but like intentions were unclear before. And then Angel. Beautiful. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Yeah, so anything, that's potentially harmful in this, which I don't see potential harm. He has no ill will towards you whatsoever. But anyone or anything that's trying to get in the way of what's meant to be, you will be protected from that. But yeah, this is spiritual guidance. So allow your spiritual guidance to be the one driving this relationship forward if that's the direction it can go. Because there's a potential for that. But again, this is not set in stone because free will does rule the day here on the planet. So if your, human aspect is like, yeah, I'm not feeling this anymore, you can go another direction. But this is still a potential for you, for sure. Yeah, he's younger, but he did grow a lot since. Yep. I had a feeling he was younger. I kept getting a younger vibe, not just mature wise, but like age wise too. Not like way younger, but a little bit. Yeah. But I hope this resonated. Yeah, I don't see anything too crazy here as far as like he's trying to play you or one up you in any way. No. No, he's had an awakening with his own interest and love for you, and he's not just talking a big game. He's showing up in a way that I have never seen his energy show up in a reading. So, hello. Ooh, that's cool. All right. Oh, wow. Right. I'm still being careful. Just see how things go. Yeah. So always follow your own inner guidance. If something feels like a red flag, pay attention to it. But for the most part, I'm not seeing any red flags, at least in the immediate, future here. So yeah, just play this by ear. See what feels good from moment to moment, day to day, week to week, whatever. And just flow with it or flow away from it if it doesn't feel good anymore. Because literally you have your choice to make whatever way you want to take this. Amazing to see him grow. Threw me off. Yeah. Threw me off for a second. I'm like, what? There's no way. But yeah, for sure. That's beautiful. Yeah, heart, love, deep affection, and caring is on the back. So, hello. Yeah, we got a lot of that going on. So, that's beautiful. All right. So, I think I'm going to end it there, guys. I don't think we had any other donations roll in. Yeah, I think we're good. So, I'm going to go eat some lunch before I have to go pick up the kids. I'm going to do some writing today. I'm super excited about it. The last day in my 30s, I have a mission to write the specific scene that I've been putting off for a minute. So, you hit the send button on PayPal. Oh yeah, if you want to donate, I can hang around for another minute. I still have an hour, almost 2 hours, hour and 40 minutes or so before I have to leave my house. So that gives me plenty of time to eat. So yeah, if you want to donate, we can totally hang out. Totally. Much love, Peekali. Back to work for you. Yes. I'm glad you got your message though, and you can probably be less distracted and watch it later if you want to. Awesome. All right. We went in on that, man. I think we started at I don't remember, 2:20 or 2:19. Holy cow. It was almost like a 20-minute reading. We went in, man. I don't know. It needed to be said. But look what's on the back of the deck. Dating, as I put it all away. So he might be asking you out, to be more official, which we kind of got that with the ring card as well. All right. I love it. Loving it. I'll take a drink of my water. And we'll see if Brezski, is that how we say that, wants to donate. And hopefully be caught up, because sometimes when you leave to donate, you're lagging behind, because that happens. So if you're hearing this, Brezski, if you didn't, either close out this live stream and come back in, try that. So sorry, this is new to me, just trying to figure out. No, you're good. No worries. You're totally good. But yeah, I'm going to shuffle these up real good. The next question. And I think it might even just be showing 3 people here. So yeah, just a handful of us hanging out. Thank you for the reading. You are really awesome. Have to go about daily chores, sending you lots of healing energy. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm already feeling better since I just didn't take that last dose last night of that antibiotic. It's feeling so much better today. A lot less spacey and flighty. But I also do have my Fluorite with me to keep me focused and keep the brain fog at bay. But it's interesting because when I tune into spirit, it's I have zero brain fog during all this. That's nice. Yeah, and on Monday, was it? Yeah, Monday when I filmed Wednesday's reading, I was in the zone with that, even though I was on those antibiotics. Ugh, I don't like antibiotics. I know most people are ain't no thing, but I don't know. I don't usually do well having to take some sort of medication. It messes with me. It just messes with me. But I gotta check just make sure that come through. Not yet, but we will out. Okay, let me see something. Got a text from someone I'm going to answer real quick while we wait. Okay. 2 seconds. While we wait for Brezski to come back. So. All right. So I got all that thick, like, talking phlegm in my throat, and then take another drink of water. TMI. Been live 2 hours and 40 minutes. See ya, Amber. Have a good one. Get my chapstick. Hopefully she's figuring that out. Oh, if your neighbors are moving out, I guess while we're waiting, I can just pull one card. So we're not just sitting here radio silence. You just pull a card real quick. Alice, Amber. Bye, Amber. Have a good one. Alice Kent, tell me if my neighbors are moving out. Okay. A year from now, they might be staying put for a little while longer. But then on the back of the deck, we got the next few weeks. So I think this might be the timeline it's putting forth for you. So between the next few weeks and a year from now. So could be soon, could be not so soon. Oh, no, you're fine, Brez. No worries. Okay. Doing it over your phone. Perfect. Okay. So we're here. So what was your question, my dear? We'll get right into it for you. Okay. I hope that answered your question. I know it was a very vague timeline that they gave you, Alice. Okay. Bree is fine. Okay. Cool. All right. Oh, it's 12:43 on my clock. I keep seeing the number 43 everywhere. Shuffle these up real good while we wait for her question. And they told me I need to use this deck that's kind of under these other ones I have here, which we haven't used yet today, but it's here, and they told me to use it. So I was getting the vibe I needed to use this while you were donating, Bree. So here it is. Not sure your question yet. The spirit, I'm sure, knows. You're so welcome, Alice. Absolutely. Okay, wanting to start a creative endeavor. I already have a full-time job and a part-time job, though, but they aren't fully satisfying. Perfect. Okay, let's tune in. Starting this creative endeavor for Bree. They're showing me like the Knight of Pentacles, like slow and steady energy, that this is something that might start out as something fun and creative for you, could actually end up being a side job, or even your like ultimate job, like your main job. Okay. Creative endeavor for Bree. Starting creative endeavor. Tuning into her higher self, guys, angels, crossover loved ones. Get the tea. What's going on? Okay. Woo! So I saw Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, kind of, starting this thing, and eventually it's going to bring you some money. Well, with the King of Pentacles as that first card out, oh my goodness. This could be something that is going to bring you a lot of abundance and a lot of like material, like resources, happiness, contentment. Page of Swords. This might be something you're communicating. So I don't know if this creative endeavor is something where you're going to have to be like online a lot or communicating. But this is, to me, feels like something you're really excited to tell everybody about. But Spirit is kind of, I haven't even seen these two yet, but Spirit's kind of saying there might be certain people in your life that if you tell them, yeah, I want to start this thing and da 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 da, and they might try to talk you out of it, like, oh, well, do you even have time for that? Or wouldn't it be better to do this other thing instead? So, yes, talking to people about it before you get started on it or before you really hit the ground running on it is cool. But I think using your intuition to see who you're talking to about it and how much you're telling them about it, not that they're going to steal your idea or anything, but to me, this feels like them more trying to talk you out of it because they would be too afraid to take this leap into this unknown territory, if that makes sense. So it's not like they're trying to sabotage you or anything, but it's just they might kind of rain on your parade, and it's unneeded because look what we have here. They don't need to rain on your parade. Yeah, maybe it's not for them, but it's definitely for you. This idea, this endeavor, this creative endeavor for you, this was divinely inspired by your higher self. So this is something you absolutely do and should take interest in and take action on because this is something that's going to really be exciting and emotionally fulfilling for you. This is romantic. This is falling in love with life, falling in love with this project, this endeavor. It may even bring you love. If you already have love, this could strengthen your love life because you're so passionate about what you're spending your time doing that you just fall back in love with life. It's a really exciting energy here. And you just want to shout this love from the rooftops or shout about this creative project from the rooftops. Ooh, I said youth tops. This might have been something you wanted to do as a younger person or a younger version of yourself, or you've wanted to do this thing for a very long time. And you just thought, well, no one will take me seriously. What if it doesn't happen? What if I'm not good enough? You know, imposter syndrome that likes to come in. But this is something I think you've wanted to do, maybe not even on a conscious level, but from a subconscious level. Or maybe this is related to something you wanted to do as a child, but now you have the time, the effort, resources coming up. Maybe if you don't right now, you will soon to be able to finally take action on this thing, whatever it is. P.S. Found your video over the last few months and have been really loving them. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you are here. Oh, it's doing tarot. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, oh my gosh, stop it. I said Knight of Pentacles before a card even came out, and there it is. And like I had mentioned, when I was really tuning into this energy from your higher self, and I got major chills now, so your higher self is definitely leading the way with this. It wasn't going to be just this overnight thing that was just going to take off instantly and be everything you could have wanted it to be. But over time, as you put in the effort, the hours, the time, maybe even money if you're buying decks or, you know, whatever it is you're doing, over time, you're going to be able to build this thing to where it's actually going to bring you that abundance. And I could use my channel as a perfect example. At my peak, well, just, you know, money, some people get weird about money. I really don't care. At my peak with I just rolled into 22,000 today or yesterday. I can't believe it. I was at 21,000 forever. 1,000 subscribers on my main channel. At my peak viewership, I've made, I think it was like $738 that 1 month. And that was like the peak of my channel. My channel kind of crashed and burned since October, and every month from October to February, it just kept going down, 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 way down. And I barely almost made $100 in February. So it's crazy. It's crazy how 1 month you can be on this high, and then the next month it's like you almost don't get paid because they won't pay you from YouTube ad revenue until you have $100 in that deal. So it's almost like, you know, not putting all your eggs in this basket, but still doing it, still putting the effort in. If it's one video a week that you can do, or maybe if it's every 2 weeks, but the Spirit's advice and my advice too, I'm coming through too, would be to be consistent. If you can't, you know, post 5 videos a week, maybe you're on that kick or that high, like, oh, I can post 5 videos this week, and you post 5 videos, but then the next week you're burned out and you can't post any. It's very inconsistent, and, you know, people don't know when the next thing is. But if you can just commit yourself to one every 2 weeks, or maybe to start one a month, you know, but every month people know that you're consistent and you're going to do it. And proving to yourself you can be consistent. That's what this is, slow and steady, this consistency to build something over time. And that's what I see you being able to do. Not to say that you might have a completely different experience than I did and just blow up. I never blew up. Not ever, not probably never will. Not saying that's not in yours, but you're going to love what you're doing. You're going to be communicating with spirit to bring forth these beautiful messages for people. But just a slow and steady is going to be your ticket to your big breakthrough here, whatever that looks like. So let's see. We also have the Chariot. Yeah, so there is success here, but this might look like you choosing between one day job and another. Or, maybe you're making enough to decide, well, maybe I can let go of that part-time job and make this a part-time job and still keep my main job. And then eventually, maybe you can replace your main job with the tarot stuff and then just have another part-time job. It looks like an evolution or a progression here. But you're following your creative passion here, for sure, for sure, for sure. I just saw the Fool that flipped, but there was a bunch of them that flipped at the same time. Yeah, Nine of Wands. So this is going to be a marathon, not a sprint, which, Knight of Pentacles as well. But this is also the Olympic athlete card, as I like to call it. This, to me, is... This feels like you have put in a lot of study, a lot of hours, a lot of your own intuition, you're honing your own spiritual skills to be able to then offer this to help other people. So you've done a lot of behind the scenes work already. And now it's like you're almost at that finish line to be able to start this thing. You're very close to being able to start it. That's so neat that you mentioned online communication too, because I have a hesitation with social media. I got rid of it all 2+ years ago. Oh, big commendation to you. Oh my gosh. But this is awesome to hear. Yeah, I've been slowly weaning myself, and really not so slowly lately, off of Facebook. I do like Instagram, but I can get sucked in, so I don't go there. I don't even have a TikTok, and I keep telling myself I'm not even going to get it. But then everybody's like, you need to be on TikTok if you're going to be relevant. And I'm like, I don't want more social media. I just want real connections. But I love YouTube. And I loved Patreon. But I'm even having to kind of dial back on Patreon because it's taking time away from my writing. Not that it's taking time away, but I just need a little more time in my schedule. And then I can come back and revisit Patreon later. It's kind of how I'm seeing it. So it's almost like you kind of have to shuffle around, what are my priorities month to month? They might shift. Maybe one month you're really gung-ho on the channel, and then the next month you're kind of burned out, but you're still putting things out there, but you're still working your other jobs, and then like things shift, things morph, things change. That's kind of how they're showing me this. Let's get 2 more from this deck because they wanted me to use this deck. They were very adamant that this deck needs to come out. And there's that one, and there's that one. So there's the cards from this deck that they just wanted out there. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what we're talking about. Stick with it and be patient. Because I don't see this as this overnight thing. And I know no one wants to hear that before even starting, that it's not going to take off right away. Not that it won't take off right away, but it's going to be a slow and steady build. And it's beautiful because this is going to create stability long term. It's not just going to be you blowing up and then everyone disappears because the viral video is now over and they're not sticking around. This is, maybe one video blows up and you get a couple thousand views right out of the gate and you're just like, wow, this is exciting. This is so inspirational and I'm going to keep going. I'm motivated. But then the next couple videos only get 100 views or 29 views or whatever. And then you get a little discouraged. But this is saying be patient and stick with it because you're going to be, even a video, like in my case and your case, because you're the same type of deal with the whole tarot channel, even if a video doesn't do well that day, if it's considered like a timeless message, and it's not specific to a specific date or season or whatever, you can, those videos will always be there in the search that somehow, some way, maybe the algorithm will pick it up, or maybe, 3 or 4 people watch it all in a row and that lets YouTube know, hey, people are interested in this content, and then they'll start suggesting it. Like you just never know. You just never know. So being patient and being able to stick with it, even if you're really frustrated, like no one's coming, no one's watching it, I don't even know how to like promote this channel or whatever, still sticking with it because it just takes one hit of that algorithm to put you out there, and then you'll have all those other videos that maybe didn't do well at first that are going to be able to take off. One example with my channel, I had an intuition or exercise or test, intuitive exercise like kind of series I was doing. And that actually is my better performing content than even my pick of cards, which I kind of am like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done those at all because I want to really more focus on the pick of cards because that's where I think my talents lie more than, I guess the intuition tests. But it was almost a year. No, it was a year and okay. So let me find the timeline. So 2019, so June 2019, I uploaded the first intuition exercise. And then I don't think it was until like March of 2020, so almost a full year later, that video maybe got, the day I uploaded it, like 25 or 30 views. Like, let's just estimate. I don't know exactly, but very, very low views. And it was just bumping along. And then it completely died off. 0 views a day for weeks on end, weeks on end, weeks on end, nothing, nothing, nothing. And then out of nowhere in March 2020, I had one day I had like 6,000 views on that video, and I was just like, "What is happening right now?" That was a dead video, and then just out of nowhere, boom! Here comes all these people. My subscriber count went up way more than it was, and I'm just like, "Holy cow, something's happening here." But then, after a couple months of decent, it was up, and then it kind of slowly went down. But then it kind of died off, and then it hit another peak that was even bigger than the first time it peaked, and I was like, "Whoa, it's back, it's back." Well, that hasn't happened since April of last year, so it's been a whole year since my video there has peaked at all. Um, so it might be dead in the water for good, or maybe that next big peak is on the horizon or on the distance, or maybe one of my other random pick of cards is going to take off. You just never know. Oh, the animal deck is beautiful. Yeah, I love this one. Pacific Northwest Tarot. Those intuitive videos are how I found your channel. Yeah. And I kept thinking, well, maybe I'll just delete them or I'll private them or just not do them anymore. But so many people are like, that's how I found your channel. And I love your readings. But like, I wouldn't have found your readings without the intuition. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to keep doing it. I'll just keep doing them, but I'll just not do them as often. They're still there for anyone who wants them in the big playlist of, I think, 31 videos. But yeah, patience. If you're starting any kind of online presence or platform where you're wanting to make any kind of income, patience and sticking with it is definitely key. And I think because I was watching a lot of like new YouTuber stuff kind of recently, even though I'm not a new YouTuber, I was just watching it, and this one guy, I think his name is Roberto Blake, he talks about like growing your channel and stuff. But he was talking about how, I think it was PewDiePie, had like over almost 100 videos before he was over 1,000 subscribers. Think of the level of dedication it takes you to make 100 videos before even hitting that, like being able to be monetized. But you almost put that in as your kind of Knight of Pentacles. It's like you're building the foundation. You're not getting anything too much out of it yet, but eventually it's going to be that foundation with which you build to maybe someday have 100,000 subscribers. Like, you just never know. Well, this reading is so lovely to hear. Yeah. And I think you're going to be, there will be, I'm sure, ups and downs with it, like there have been for me, but there will be ups. That's the thing we're getting at here. There will be those upswings, and that will make it worth it. That will make you stick with it even when things feel like a low point, or you're climbing your way out of a lull or a bottom of the barrel viewpoint of your channel. There's always room to come up when you're down, right? So that's how I see it anyway. And then, of course, just getting the courage even to create the thing in the first place is going to be step one. But you're going to be able to do it. Like, maybe he's scared. Like, what if I fall? What if I skin my knee at the bottom of the slide? But what if you have so much fun? Like, think of all the positives and benefits you could have. And especially, if you already are into tarot, you probably have enough decks and stuff to get you started. And if you have a phone, you can record it. So, like, there's not a huge investment to even get you in the door. Starting the channel over on the website itself is free. So, I think there's little money you need to put out to start to even just get yourself going with it, which is good, because that's not the same thing. Like if you wanted to become a photographer or something, there's a decent investment you got to have to get started. But Spirit wants you to be able to work with what you have to get you in the door. And of course, if you go back, Bree, if you go back to my main channel, first thing linked in the description, and watch my very first pick a card video, or my very first whatever, way back in 2019, you can probably see, wow, I can see she's gained some confidence. Back then, I talked so slowly. I don't know why I did that, but I did, compared to now. And it's, I think, mostly because back then I was afraid to trip over my words. I didn't want to have more editing and cut out my words. Now I barely do editing. I mean, I watch it just to cut out, like if I, have to go turn my phone off or something, like I'll edit that type of stuff. But when I stumble over my words and, miscommunicate exactly what I'm trying to say, and then I have to kind of reconstruct it in my head and say it better, I just leave that stuff now. Like, I don't even care. So you just gain this confidence as you go. And so just starting, yes, you're gonna feel a little scared, or like, oh, what if people laugh at me? What if they think I'm a bad reader? What if, I had so many of those what ifs myself. But what if you never take the chance and never find out what could happen, right? That's the more what if we're more afraid of losing out on than, one random troll or, something crazy like that. Yeah. Oh, it would be fun. Definitely want to start more for funsies, but inner hope, I would love to do more with it. Maybe I gotta fight social media hesitation for the better. Yeah, yeah. Things definitely the confidence and getting out there on the big scary internets, right? And that's kind of where I'm at, like with TikTok. I have a feeling really deep in my back pocket that I could do really good things over on TikTok and be pretty successful. But just having to learn a whole other social media and all the time investment and all this and that, like I just have this kind of wall up about it. Like I don't want to be over there. Vibrationally speaking, I'm sure there are pockets of TikTok that's lovely, but like the app as a whole kind of gives me the skeeves. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Don't shoot me. Don't come for me. Those of you who love TikTok, I'm sure it's great. I know I kept would catch myself watching TikTok on like Facebook or reposts over on Instagram and stuff, and I get sucked in. So I think I just know I would get sucked in and just want to avoid it to start. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe next week you'll catch me saying I'm on TikTok now. Like I have no idea, but at least for the time being, I just don't want to. I don't want to. All right. I hope that resonated. Yeah. But I'm gonna go. I'm really hungry now. So I'm gonna go eat lunch, go pick up my kids, do some writing. I've given my announcements like 4 or 5 different times now that I've tried to leave, and then we get more donations, which don't get me wrong. I would rather be here than just sitting in front of my computer, wasting time eating my lunch anyway. I'd much rather hang out with you guys. So I'm gonna go eat lunch and waste a little bit of time before I go. But I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will be back here again Friday. I've said this a couple times, but those of you still watching in the back there, I will be back here Friday. We're going to do a collective reading about the eclipse. We have the eclipse coming up on April 30th and then the other one on May 16th. We're going to dive into those energies to find out what's going on. You are so welcome, Bree. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your donation, and good luck with your wonderful creative endeavor. I have faith in you. Stick with it. There it is. Stick with it. You can do it. All right, you guys, I love you. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly hope to see each and every one of you right here back at the Done Creative Live. Also from my main channel, my Patreon, and my writing channel, which I'll talk about in the link below, description below. And also, if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can always email me at amanda@donephotodesign.com. Links for all of that can be found in the description below. All right, I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye. And end stream.